walk in here and find the guard and the professor both dead, 2 in the head, or 2 in the chest, 1 in the head.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Okay, so
Thanks for your help, Andre.
there isn't
You're
an option
welcome.
to further things, so that just must happen on its own. So our next stop would be Montfaucon then? Or you can go to the hospital where the other guy is.
Excuse me, officer.
And how may I help you?
Tunnel into my own brain here.
Shouldn't you be off directing traffic or something?
You have seen the Parisian traffic, no?
Yeah, so?
I could direct the traffic. The most dangerous, the east side of Rome. Or I can sit here and enjoy the sun, the architecture, and the Sauvignon. Which would you choose?
Yeah, but I'm not a policeman. What happened to duty?
An excellent question, monsieur.
I like how George just rolls up to a cop he's never spoken to in his life and just starts insulting him about how he's spending his day.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Les Templiers. Only that they were excommunicated in 1312 and hanged in their dozens within this very square.
Boy, what they teach in the police academy these days.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
Wow, Gumber. Wow. Wow.
Have you seen this man before?
No. Who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh.
Is that all you can say? Oh.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac. But it didn't seem polite.
Okay, I think that's... I think he might know about this place.
Take a look at this.
Ah, an electrician. My TV has been acting up. Could you fix it?
I doubt it. This isn't my ID. I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Anything with his drink? This...
In French, English, and German it read, "In 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the Knightly Order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine." I had no desire to talk to the crowd.
Okay. Montfaucon. Got little pixels on the textures. Missed there. Yeah. Is he?
I didn't have time to sit around.
Cool the way they give George's voice like acoustics based on the fact that he's in the church. I gotta remember this is a
Waiting in
1996
prayer
game.
for the Judgment Day.
I realize something like that's like fucking taken for granted now. 1996, that's pretty fucking big.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well.
Oh, what I've clicked on.
Somehow it looked more modern than its neighbor.
Oh, the window.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout. Carrying all that armor around must have been hard work. I wondered if this guy had died in combat. A huge stained glass window formed a magnificent centerpiece for its neighbors. In comparison to its neighbor, it looked pretty plain.
Okay. You're going to do here? Anything with the gem and the statue, maybe? Did we look at this already? I think we did.
Waiting in prayer for the judgment day. I didn't have time to sit around.
I'll be lying about not wanting to sit around. Right, there's nothing to do in here that I can see. At least if there is, it's not very obvious at the moment.
I couldn't open it with my bare hands.
I did have a tool to open them, but fortunately I left it in another country. No, I didn't.
Hey, you! What do you think you are doing?
Opening a manhole?
Leave that cover alone. Now.
Right, so the cop's gonna be a problem.
Sorry, no harm intended.
You stay away from that.
Need to get rid of the cop somehow. Anything that is not murder. Something to do with his drink, maybe? Try talking to him again.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Aha! A prosthetic nose. Very significant.
It is?
No, I am just having a little joke.
You dickhead. Give him a heart attack, maybe?
Would you like to shake? I stopped myself barely in time. Electrocuting a cop would not have been smart. They'd rebuild the Bastille just so they could throw me in and throw away the key.
Fair enough.
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Okay, so I can't open the manhole. There's nothing in the church. He doesn't want to talk to the crowd. Papa's got no conversation options. Would they maybe call him back to the station if I went back to the cop station, maybe? Maybe Moo will fucking feel sorry for me.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
This is a complete wild card, just to see if it's a thing.
Stobart is here to see you, monsieur.
The fact that Moo didn't want to speak to me about it.
No, monsieur.
Yeah, the fact that Moo didn't want to speak to me
Very well.
already suggests that this is not going to be a thing. Because if you think about it, like, Moo at the front desk would probably have more command over an officer out in the field than what a detective would. I don't think there's going to be a conversation.
What now, monsieur?
Okay, so yeah, it's a local problem.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? You call me from my desk and you say it doesn't matter? I could have you arrested for wasting police time.
Let's not lose our
I'm
minds.
sorry.
The only thing I have then is the hospital. Still bothers me that this cafe is still here. I don't know why. Take a quick trip back here just to see what's going on. We see the old man still.
Hi there, remember me?
Ah, mais oui, Inspector. Have you found him?
Who?
The man in the sewer, of course.
I'm, sifting through the evidence.
Rather you than me, monsieur. That reminds me, someone's been impersonating you. Came sniffing around just after you'd gone. Bold as brass.
Rosso.
Tried to tell me he was a policeman. Inspector Rousseau, he claimed. I didn't tell him I'd been talking to you, not hours before.
Thank goodness. Impersonating a police officer is a serious offense. A man with so little respect for the law must be desperate.
Yes, my father used to say, desperation opens the door to the devil. He was always coming out with things like that. Stupid man. So, when you are not exploring sewers, what do you do?
I take a lot of showers.
Oh, very good, monsieur. A policeman with a sense of humor.
Okay, I don't think we can talk to him about. He wouldn't know anybody.
I have to be going.
Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
The stuff for Rosso was quite funny there, I'd say. It was somebody else? He was impersonating you? I couldn't believe it. Oh, cafe's completely shut down. I mean, it makes sense. It was blown up, like, what? Any expected? Maybe the waitress is still here or something? Guess there's no back. Should do that shit again, because just back in the circle. That's new for me, though. I don't think I ever came back into this scene to see that the cafe's all boarded up later in the story. That's cool. I guess they keep that scene both for the funny conversation that he has with the concierge, and also it's an easy phone. Like the phone's just inside the door there, so you can make a phone call as soon as you go into that scene. Right, let's see where this goes.
The old building managed to retain some of its original grandeur, but the modern additions look like a baseball cap on a statue of a medieval saint. I felt a little guilty as I tried the door, like I was about to rob a grave. I gripped the handle with an involuntary tremble in my hand and pulled. The door was locked.
Rip. Didn't come here to steal an ambulance, like, so I think we'll be okay.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Call me George if you like.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's my name.
My name's Benoit, but everyone calls me Bunny.
And wow.
Bunny.
That's right. I used to have this cute habit when I was a kid.
Keep it to yourself, Benoit. Do you know anything about a patient named Marquet?
No, sir, I don't know much about any of the patients.
I've never met a doctor who admits that he's only human.
I'm only a trainee, sir. I'm sure I'll get the hang of things.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. I've never seen him before.
Okay, so Can has not been to this hospital before. You know the name Gruber, maybe?
Have you ever heard of a guy named Merlin?
No, sir.
Or Thomas Merlin as well. Okay.
See you later.
Right.
Trainee doctor is of no use.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Is this the Hagenmeyer Clinic?
That's correct.
I thought I was in a garden center.
Oh, the plans. They were my idea. A little greenery to evoke the spirit of nature. How may I help you?
Okay. Why does Flap and Guido keep coming up now in random conversations?
Has Marquet had a visit from a pair of gangsters?
I should hope not. Can you describe them?
A thin guy who looks like a weasel and his friend, the gorilla.
Sounds as if they escaped from a zoo.
Has Marquet been visited by a man in a clown costume?
Oh, no.
You haven't seen a man in disguise?
Well, there's Theodore the bear. He comes every Thursday to entertain the children. Personally, I think he scares them half to death in that crummy old bear suit. If I was stuck on my back with tubes in every orifice, he's the last person I'd want to see.
I'm here to see Jacques Marquet.
Oh, yes. Are you related to our client, sir?
Am I related to Jacques Marquet? Yes, because you can't get in to see somebody in a hospital unless you are.
Yeah, I'm his, long-lost brother.
A brother half his age with a different name and an American accent.
That's me.
Yeah, people always say that. I blame Mom. We were separated at an early age. After a mix-up in the nursery at the Oakland shopping mall.
I've never heard anything so ridiculous in all my life.
I guess not. So, do I get to see Marquet before the funeral?
That attitude will get you nowhere. My instructions were quite clear. No one gets to see Marquet. So unless you can prove you're a relative or a close acquaintance, you're wasting your time here.
Don't think we have anything of Jacques Marquet's. Thomas Merlin.
Have you seen this man here at the clinic?
No, sir. And I never forget a face.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Maybe this old dude can help then, because I noticed whenever we started talking to her, he came walking out from the back when he wasn't there previously.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Really? If you wish to make an appointment, see the receptionist.
I'm looking for a guy named Jacques Marquet.
In which department does he work?
He doesn't. He's a patient.
I see. You do realize there are strict policies regarding visiting hours, don't you?
This is important. I have to talk to Marquet urgently.
We make no exceptions to the rules.
It's a matter of life and death.
The well-oiled running of this hospital is a matter of life and death. That's why we have rules.
I think I ought to warn you that Marquet is not what he seems.
Explain yourself.
He's in league with a bunch of guys who want to take over the world.
Nonsense. Besides, Marquet's employers have paid in advance for one of our most exclusive private rooms.
Could you tell me who Marquet's employers are?
Certainly not.
Okay, that led nowhere. Wonder, does he know Khan, maybe?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay, Khan's never been here. You know the name Thomas Merlin?
Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
Thanks for your help.
Maybe the receptionist will help now that we've talked to the lead doctor?
Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
Nope. Okay.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so nobody actually gives a shit if we go for a wander. A few minutes later. Right, so because we don't know what room he's in, he's just wandering around the hospital and doesn't know where the fuck to go. Which is very true of any hospital. Hospitals, I find, are one of the most complicated maze places in the world.
Hey, Benoit!
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Would you like to be electrocuted, Benoit?
Shake my hand, Benoit.
I don't think that's a good idea, sir.
How come?
Dermatitis.
I don't have dermatitis.
I do.
Okay.
See you later.
Right.
Christ. This isn't going to go anywhere
Excuse me,
because we didn't
sir.
find anything else out from when we last spoke.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamat?
No, sir, I have not.
May I have the honor of shaking you by the hand?
You may not. I don't encourage physical contact between my staff.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Thanks for your help.
Okay. Stumped. We couldn't do anything at the hospital because we don't know anything about Marquet. We're not able to do anything at the museum. We couldn't do anything at Montfaucon either. The detective doesn't want to do anything with us either. Guessing he hasn't been
Hi,
here yet.
Nico.
What are you sounding so chipper about?
I'm full of the joys of the fall.
I haven't sat there before.
I can't imagine why.
Because Sergeant Moo has given me another lead. The guy who was supposed to collect the gem, Jacques Marquet.
You found him.
He's in a hospital here in Paris. I guess that was the killer's doing, to stop him meeting Pegram.
Maybe. Are you going to try to talk to Marquet?
What have I got to lose?
Plenty.
Right, so the hospital is definitely the next part.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
I'm gonna try talking about everything that's on the manuscript again just to make sure we didn't miss anything.
That's the tripod in the Croon Museum. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarne. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces. The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Okay, manuscript doesn't lead anywhere.
Have you found out any more about the Knights Templar?
Yes, I have. The guy responsible for their downfall was Philip IV, the King of France, otherwise known as Philippe le Bel. Well, he is known to history as Philippe the Fair, but I doubt if the Templars called him that. I'm sure André will tell you all about him.
See you soon.
Yeah, see you.
See you. Okay, so we might have a conversation officer with Andre, possibly. We missed. Still don't see this getting to Marquet again, but we don't have anything else to do at the moment. The flower lady give you hints if you get stumped, or was that just a little comment about her telling your fortune? She does read your fortune again later.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
Have you seen anyone out here watching Mademoiselle Collard's apartment?
Yes, I have. A strange man, tall and thin as a broomstick. He kept his face hidden, but I saw his eyes peering from evil little slits.
How was he dressed?
A long brown raincoat with a hat.
Or like Humphrey Bogart?
Yes, but he didn't have Bogart's charisma. Besides, this guy looked like he needed a toilet. You never saw Bogart clenching his buttocks like that.
Interesting.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Can't remember what color Rosso's fucking overcoat was. Okay. Swing by the police station real quick just to speak to Moo again. If Moo's only option is to speak to fucking Rosso, I'll say no.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Nothing.
See you later, Sergeant.
God damn. God damn. Let's try exhausting the museum conversation then.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
Okay. Again, I don't see this going anywhere. I think this is just history on the Templars.
What can you tell me about Philippe le Bel?
He was responsible for the extermination of the Knights Templar.
I know that, but why was Philip so hot to get rid of them?
Mostly because he wanted to get his hands on their treasure. He had an enormous debt and a lifelong war with England to fund. The trouble was, the Templars were a highly respected holy order.
How close are you to finishing this? It's a hard question to answer because I might have like a corrupted memory of like Broken Sword 2 merged into one. But I'm reasonably confident. Much left. There is one place coming up. If it is part of Broken Sword 1, I've probably got quite a long time left. If it's not, there is not much left. Probably a couple of hours, maybe. Depends how long I get fucking stumped on these puzzles.
If the Templars were so powerful, how did this Philippe dude wipe them out?
By underhanded, dishonorable means, of course. The Pope was Clement V, a Frenchman.
French, huh? Handy for Philippe.
Fate had nothing to do with it. He was Philippe's puppet, planted to further his political ambitions. Philippe wanted the wealth of the Templars and used Clement to get it.
So what was Philippe's plan? What happened?
Sealed orders were sent out all over France, not to be opened until the appointed day. That day was Friday, July 13th. That's the origin of our superstition regarding that date. At dawn, throughout the whole of France, the Templars were arrested. It was the biggest bust in the history of the world.
Why do you ask?
What happened to the Templars after their arrest?
Philippe was out for blood, so he handed the Templars over to the Inquisition. Not surprisingly, they confessed to a sensational and sordid list of blasphemies.
Like what?
Oh, the sort of things you read about in the gutter press. Devil worship, lewd sexual practices, spitting on the Holy Cross, that kind of thing.
Well, that must have given their lawyers some headaches.
Whether or not the accusations were true, this was not good publicity. Most of the charges were probably cooked up, but so were the Templars, literally. Hundreds of them were found guilty of heresy and flamed grilled at the stake. They died protesting their innocence.
This is good history stuff. Maybe I can bring this back to Montfaucon and talk to the cop. Just want to know if you can finish this in one go. I would be reasonably confident we can finish this tonight. Yeah.
But surely Philippe had no proof of his charges against the Templars.
A man will admit anything under torture. The Inquisition fabricated some nonsensical demon called Baphomet, and then suggested to their victims that this was what they worshipped.
But they didn't have to agree.
The records show a Templar coming to trial with both feet burnt off. Fragments of flesh and charred bone falling from the stumps. What would you not admit to stop such torment?
So there was no truth at all in the Baphomet accusations?
Not a shred. Almost every victim described the idol differently. No, Baphomet never existed outside the sick minds of the Inquisitors.
So Philippe stole the Templars' riches, huh?
Oh no, they weren't stupid. The king's troops marched first on the temple in Paris, then to the Templar home port at La Rochelle. There was no trace of the treasure, and the fleet of the Knights Templar had set sail.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Andre. I wonder if there's any other dialogue with the cop.
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
We haven't spoken to him in ages. Ding, ding, ding.
Can you give me any further information about the tripod?
Certainly, monsieur. It's infamous. That tripod, that belonged to John Dee.
What's the importance of John Dee's tripod?
Dee was the most famous escapologist of the 16th century. The Houdini of his time.
Don't you mean alchemist? Escapologists use ropes, chains, and handcuffs, not tripods.
Well, whatever he was, that is the tripod he used in his experiments.
What kind of experiments did John Dee perform with his tripod?
Oh, the usual. Didn't you study chemistry at school?
Yeah, but we skipped over thaumatology. Can I take a closer look at the tripod?
What? Get it out of the case? Ah, no! That tripod is protected by a sophisticated surveillance system.
How sophisticated?
A painfully loud alarm bell.
How is the alarm bell triggered?
By the slightest pressure on or movement of any part of the case wherein that tripod is situated.
It strikes me that to call your alarm system sophisticated is, well, stretching the truth a little.
It has never failed yet. The sophistication is in its simplicity.
This looks like it's getting somewhere. I never thought about talking to the guard.
The sign on the tripod says it was found at a Templar preceptory.
It does?
Yeah. It doesn't mention John Dee at all.
Most remiss.
You don't know anything about the tripod, do you?
No, I don't. I never had much of a start in life, you see. I owe what little education I gained to my uncle. He was an optician, but he also doubled as the village school teacher. He taught me the alphabet. Well, 19 letters of it. The bottom row of the chart was too small even for him to read, so he left them out.
Why don't you start over and enroll for adult education?
You know, I never thought of that. Do you think if I studied hard and did all my homework, I could be a professor of history?
At your age? Dream on.
Wow. Give him hope and then snap it away.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
Our example of silver coinage, that little... Yeah, your name...
Why is it just repeating
What
this?
can you... Our... That... Yeah, your name...
It seems like a bug that you can't exhaust that conversation option.
Thanks for your help.
Yes. There's a reason?
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked. The case contained the tripod shown on the manuscript.
Okay, let me see if it's time for this sarcophagus now. So he talked all about the alarm and stuff, so seems like it's getting to that point. Then he comes over to stand next to me. I think we're waiting on like a plot reason to go further here. Try this. Nah, he fucking turns around straight
No,
away.
monsieur.
We have to wait.
Okay.
We have to wait till he's like not on shift or something. Or maybe when he goes down the end of the place, maybe I'm too close to him. Like now.
No, monsieur.
Nah, he knows no matter where I do it
Okay.
or what he's doing, he's straight on me. Speak to Andre again, see if there's anything else.
Hi, Andre. Hello, Georgie.
Nope.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Okay. A little bit frustrated. A little bit. Just I don't like the fact that we've got like multiple locations where we're not able to do anything at the moment. But I think this is what they want. I think they wanted you to be confused at this point on what to do. I think this is a dead loss because got the two doctors, the receptionist. We've exhausted everything there. George doesn't want to take any of the options for going down corridors. Try this place again. See if we can convince this cop to fuck off.
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Aha! A prosthetic nose. Very significant.
It is?
You're being sarcastic. Yeah.
I am just having a little joke.
Expected.
Have you seen this man before?
No. Who is it?
I believe him to be an international assassin.
Oh.
Is that all you can say? Oh.
I did wonder if I should say that I believe you to be an international paranoiac. But it didn't seem polite.
Yeah.
Look at this gem. What do you think?
Cut glass.
No, it's not. It's for real.
What kind of madman would go around waving a priceless gem under people's noses?
So either it's glass or I'm mad? I didn't like to think about that for too long. Take a look at this.
Ah, an electrician.
I think we talked
My
about this
TV
before.
has been acting up. Could you fix it?
I doubt it. This isn't my ID. Do you know what this is?
It's a sewer key.
Does it mean anything to you?
Do you belong to some obscure arm of the Masons?
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
The pattern looks Middle Eastern. Beyond that, who knows?
Greaseproof
I'll
pen.
see you around.
Oui, monsieur.
This fucking
I'll
cop.
be there.
Maybe it's a timing thing. I notice he drinks his drink quite often. Let me see. Could we do it like whenever he's drinking? There you go. He's drinking now. Go, go, go. No.
Hey, you!
Catches you straight
Leave
away.
that cup.
Sorry, no harm.
You
Skipping dialogue here because there's no point in playing it out.
I had no desire to talk to the crowd. In the middle of the square was a manhole. I wondered if there might be something relevant beneath street level. In French, English, and German it read, in 1312, Pope Clement V dissolved the knightly order of the Templars and excommunicated its members on charges of heresy. In the following 2 years, many of the knights were hanged on this site. Their Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burnt at the stake on an island in the Seine.
We did read that before. I remember reading about the leader Dan. Hold on, what's this?
There was no water to frolic about in, and the leaf mold that was collecting there just wasn't the same somehow.
Damn it! Also don't know what you're meant to do in the church here, because it just seems like the church is empty as fuck. There's nothing in it. Not doing anything with these inners.
I didn't have time to...
He moans that he doesn't want to sit down. Deal with this statue. Like it's like prominent in the middle of the scene.
The statue had any secrets. It was concealing them pretty well. I wondered if this guy had died in combat.
Nothing here. Any suggestions, Thalonar? Nico encourages you to pursue the Jacques lead, so maybe we're coming here too early or something. See if we can make something happen there.
Excuse me, sir. Does the name Thomas Merlin mean anything to you?
No, it does not.
He doesn't know Thomas Merlin, he doesn't know Khan.
This photograph?
No, sir, I do not.
Thanks for your help.
Hey, Benoit!
Benoit's useless, he doesn't do anything.
Yes, sir?
Forget it.
Excuse me.
Don't know what that little inspiration noise was there.
Yes, sir?
Yes, sir. May I help you?
Look at this ID pass.
So you're Merlin. Marquet's been asking for you.
For me?
Yes. He was shouting your name when they brought him in here. Now, let me see. He was on Ward B12, as I recall.
That is obscure as fuck.
Oh, he's being transferred to... Oh dear. He's on Ward J2. That's... Nurse Grendel's ward.
What's so bad about Nurse Grendel?
She runs that ward like a South American prison.
Keeping a well-disciplined ward isn't a crime, is it?
Well disciplined. In the discipline and punishment stakes, she'd whipped the butt off the Marquis de Sade. Everything, I mean everything, is done to a strict routine. 6 o'clock alarm call, 6:10 bowel movements, and woe betide anyone who doesn't have a result. Those patients of hers are like Pavlova's dogs.
She sounds like a real nightmare.
And then some.
If Nurse Grendel is that bad, how come the authorities tolerate her?
She's like part of the furniture.
Oh, you mean she's been here a long time?
No, I mean there's not a man in this clinic who hasn't sprawled out on her.
I was beginning to get the picture. This woman was jealous, with a big green capital J. How do I find Nurse Grendel's ward?
Down the corridor on the left, turn right at the senior consultant's washroom. Right again at the executive coffee lounge. Bear left past the administrator's sauna. And turn left at the end. That's J2. And good luck.
Thanks for your help, ma'am.
You're welcome.
All right. I assume we don't actually have to do those directions. We can just wing it. Get in.
As I turned the corner, I saw the source of the hellish noise which echoed through the corridors. It was an industrial polishing machine with an odd-looking guy in tow.
I think I remember this bit. Offside here on the left-hand side. And we do this.
As I tugged the plug out of the socket, the polishing machine coughed, spluttered, and died.
Mr. Shiny, what's wrong, pal?
Off he goes to investigate. He's not giving me controls at the moment. He wanted me to see that. There we go. Go, go, go. Draws himself a doctor's coat.
Dr. Stobart at your service.
That is all sorted now. I'm just waiting for it to come. Speak to the cleaner.
Hello.
What's that?
I said hello.
Oh, hiya.
I'd like to talk to you for a minute.
That's what I thought you said. Don't look so down in the mouth. No matter how bad things seem, I never let life get on top of me.
Oh, yeah? What's your secret?
Why, it's easy. All you have to do is smile and whistle this little tune.
You know what? If you start whistling, I'll bust you in the teeth.
It's a deal.
George has got very aggressive.
Would Mr. Shiny be your polishing machine by any chance?
Please, don't call him that. He's more of a friend than a machine. I've had Mr. Shiny for 3 years, and he's never let me down once.
How come you got so attached to a polishing machine?
I asked you not to call him that. He's got a name, you know.
Yeah, Mr. Shiny. It's just that...
You think it's odd, don't you?
No,
I don't mind. The rest of the staff think I'm twisted. I heard them snorking behind my back when I gave Mr. Shiny his weekly pull-through.
Whatever you've got with this metal mop foot is probably a fine and noble thing.
It is? Say, it's not every day I meet someone as crazy as me.
Have you seen any unsavory characters lurking about in the corridors?
No, sir, I haven't. But I've got nothing to worry about. What's that, Mr. Shiny? You'd take good care of the rascals, I'll bet you would. With a friend like him, I've no fear of oppressors.
It must be a great comfort.
He is.
I don't know if any of you have ever used one of those machines before. I used to have to use one to clean up in a shop at night that I used to work in. They are so fucking strong. Like, if you don't handle those machines properly, that thing will literally just throw you into the wall. It's fucking crazy. It also does the whole, you've probably seen people like spin round and round on it. It would easily do that as well if you did the right thing with it.
Do you know a nurse called Grendel?
Sure I do.
Is she on duty today?
Yeah, end of the corridor, ward J2.
Do you know where I'd find a patient called Marquet?
No, I'm not allowed on the wards with Mr. Shiny.
Okay.
See you later.
Yeah, take care now.
We should be able to proceed now, I think. Or not? It's the wrong corridor. Bingo. George is walking by himself here.
Good afternoon, doctor.
Oh, hi. Is this Ward J2?
Yes, sir. The patients are ready for your inspection, doctor.
Thank you, nurse. Well, who's first?
Monsieur Croquet in bed 2.
What's his problem?
He's been complaining of loss of consciousness. You'll need this, doctor.
She gave me a long, narrow metal box and a stunning smile. Thanks. Hi, I'm Dr. Stobart.
Hello, Doctor.
The nurse told me you keep losing consciousness.
That's right. I've had the problem as long as I can remember. It's a real out-of-body experience. Like death, but not so conclusive.
I see. How long does it last?
Just a fraction of a second, and then I recover.
I might not have been a doctor, but I was formulating a diagnosis all the same. This guy was nuts. I know exactly what you mean. It's known in the medical field as blinking.
Is it serious?
Of course it isn't serious. It's perfectly natural.
But just think, 2 seconds every minute. Why, that's almost half an hour every day. 2 weeks out of every year spent in total darkness.
I don't have time to listen to this baloney.
It is something to think about, like how long in your life that you spend with your eyes closed because of blinking.
Which bed is Marquet in?
He's round the corner, in solitary.
What's the matter with him?
I don't know, but the men who brought him in were wearing masks and rubber gloves. Hey, you're a doctor. How come you don't know?
We doctors don't know everything.
Then how come you act like you do?
Has Marquet had any visitors?
Nah, neither have I. That's the worst thing about being in hospital. You feel like the rest of the world has abandoned you.
Well, you know how it is. Life goes on.
Thanks for those comforting words.
Okay.
Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
Let's see. Able to go around this way. Assume this is where he is.
Doctor,
What is it?
Fuck.
you haven't taken my blood pressure.
Let me wrap it around your neck, you fat fuck. I bet you this fucking dude down at the far side is gonna shout as well. Doctor!
Seems fine to me.
You're not doing it right.
Of course I am.
No, you're not. Dr. Monroe never did it like that.
I can't take a satisfactory reading while you're excited like this. I'll come back later.
Doctor! Comes. This
Oh,
motherfucker.
What now?
You didn't finish taking my blood pressure.
Maybe we have to talk to the nurse and find out how it's done or something.
Okay, let's try again.
Just keep pumping until his arm breaks off. Happy?
You don't have the first idea what you're doing, do you?
Correct.
I'll come back when you've recovered your manners.
You speak to him?
Hello? Anybody home?
Who are you?
My name is Dr. Stobart, and I'm here to steer you down the rocky road to recovery.
Dr. Monroe said there was no cure for what I've got.
Your problem is you stayed in bed too long.
Are you sure you're a qualified doctor?
You better believe it.
Okay.
What's your impression of Nurse Grendel?
She's a very efficient young woman.
Efficient? You make her sound like a vacuum cleaner.
I've no complaints.
The woman in reception described Nurse Grendel as a monster.
Well, that's simply not true. She's quite strict, but that's her job, isn't it? You've got to have discipline in a place like this.
What can you tell me about Marquet?
He's the man in the private room, isn't he? That room was mine before I was tossed out like a common squatter.
Can you let me go and speak to him? Maybe I can get your room back for you?
Do you know what's wrong with Marquet?
They won't even say what's wrong with me. Tell me, Doctor, what's your opinion?
It's too early to say.
But I've been here for 3 months.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job. I'm going to take...
Why?
I'm a doctor.
Okay, so...
See you later.
Guess he doesn't want blood pressure now anymore? Can you please let me pass this time? Please.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
This fucking guy. This fucking guy.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
I'll keep quiet when you've taken my blood pressure properly.
I have to see Jacques Marquet first.
How come he gets preferential treatment? It's because he's got money, isn't it?
It's not like that. I'll come back when you've dealt with that chip on your shoulder.
You're hooking hands around. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. Dead. Sleep. Sleep. I think we're gonna have to speak to the nurse.
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you have a patient named Marquet on this ward?
Oui, monsieur. He is in the private room at the end of the ward. He has been placed in strict isolation.
Why is Marquet in quarantine?
If you wish to know more, you'll have to speak to Herr Hagenmeier. All I know is that Marquet's room is strictly out of bounds.
Do you know who paid for Marquet's room?
No, of course I don't.
Preferential treatment like that must cost an arm and a leg.
That's not my concern, monsieur.
Do you have any clowns on the ward?
Why, yes, we do. A professional clown.
I'll bet he lightens the place up.
Hardly. Monsieur Boissy has been in a coma for the last 3 months.
What's wrong with Boissy?
He was involved in a very nasty accident. A silly stunt involving a unicycle. His current condition is due to post-traumatic shock.
PTSD
It's
from a
unlikely
unicycle
he'll ever
accident.
perform as a clown again.
It's an ill wind that blows nobody any good. Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Wow, indeed. Actually, no, wait, hold on. There's one other thing.
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Would you take blood pressure of that?
What
that
is
dude?
this device?
It's for taking the patient's blood pressure, doctor.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Please let me past. Please.
You You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
Please just wrap it around his neck.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
Surely not.
Hi, it's me again. I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy.
Okay. Rep.
Do you recognize this red nose?
Doesn't that belong to Boissy?
No, I found it in a sewer.
He's a clown, you know. You wouldn't think so to look at him now, would you?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, Doctor. Who is it?
A cold-blooded killer.
Really? He's a debt ringer for my bank manager. Of course, Mr. Soames hasn't got a scar, and he doesn't come from the Middle East. His hair's a lot grayer, too. Otherwise, it's just like him.
Remarkable.
You know Thomas Merlin?
Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, Doctor.
Hey.
See you later.
Yeah, you can look at his chart. There's something on that.
His temperature was normal, with little fluctuation either way. The graph showed a steady decline in his pulse rate and an increase in his blood pressure. It kinda shook me to see this guy's life reduced to a few jagged lines. The poor guy's temperature had been up and down like a white knuckle ride. No wonder he looked so sick.
Imagine how many people died while you were masquerading as a doctor while the real one is nowhere to be found. Well, like, I didn't fucking overpower anybody, like it'd be different if I took the doctor who was on shift and tied him up and put him in the closet or something, but all I did was just put a coat on. Can't do anything with that dude. I notice she keeps going in and out from like this here place. Is she maybe meant to grab something here? No. No. Any ideas, Saldar?
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
I feel like we're really, really close to getting in. I just don't know how to get past this dude.
Hi, it's me again. I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job. See you later.
You haven't finished taking
Fucking
my blood
cunt.
pressure.
So every time this happens, George walks around there by himself. It's nothing to do with me.
Will you keep quiet? You're disturbing the other patients.
It has to be something to do with this middle dude. We haven't spoke to him since.
Hello again. Do you know what this piece of equipment is called?
No, I don't.
I thought about giving him an electric shock, but I just couldn't do that to a sick guy. Well, goodbye and good luck.
Thanks, Doc.
The way she keeps going in there, there must be something to do with her and not being present. Don't see anything you can do with her trolley here. Can't take drugs or anything. Can't lift the charts. Not doing anything with his table. I'll do with the bloods. He doesn't like fall asleep or anything. Literally just stares ahead all the time. Really know what the fuck you're meant to do.
You haven't finished taking my blood pressure.
No one gives a fuck about your blood pressure.
Will you keep quiet? Hi, it's me. Do you recognize?
Doesn't that?
No.
He's a clown. You would.
Talked about the red nose.
You say this?
No, not.
We talked about the photo. Does he know
Does
the
this
gem?
gem mean anything to you?
No, Doctor. Is this some kind of test?
If it was, you would have failed. Have you heard of a guy called Merlin?
No, Doctor.
Do you know what this tool is used for?
I'd rather not, Doctor. Ignorance is bliss, as they say.
Is there anyone who can take the blood pressure? The nurse just?
See you later.
Yes, I use the thing on her.
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Do you want this,
Device for measuring blood pressure?
Yeah, do you want it back?
No, thank you.
Fuck!
Pardon me, nurse.
Oui, monsieur?
Thought I was close there.
Do you want this...
Device?
Yeah, do you...
No.
Would you like to shake hands with me?
Well...
No, it's okay. Forget it. I didn't really want to use it on her anyway.
Hmm.
Do you know Merlin of Gruber Electronics?
No, I don't.
You're forgetting that Merlin is how we got in here. I should ask more people about the card. I don't think we ever asked him about the card, I'd say.
Thank you, nurse.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Any other doctors in this hospital? There's the trainee dude outside. The old dude's gonna rumble me in the doctor's coat here.
Hey, Benoit!
I'm not a qualified doctor. What's up?
Yes, sir?
Do you know the nurse on Ward J2?
No, monsieur. This is my first day here. I can't wait to get my hands dirty. I was talking about treating my first patient, of course. I didn't mean I'd get my hands dirty with a nurse.
What do you know about this piece of equipment?
It's a device for measuring blood pressure.
Okay.
See you later.
Right.
Try the old dude then.
Excuse me, sir.
You must be the new boy.
Yeah, I must be.
Well, stop wandering about and make yourself useful. Bernie, come here, boy. This is Benoit, my nephew. Can I trust you to look after him?
Do your own babysitting, Gramps. Who do you think you are, anyhow?
I am Felix Hagenmeyer.
And may I say what an honor it is to meet you in person, sir. You are on my medical wall of fame. Right up there with Pasteur and Leary. I look on it as a privilege, no, an honor, to look after your nephew, sir.
He is fresh out of medical school. It will open his eyes to see a real doctor on the job.
I'll bet.
Show him around. Let him see some real suffering.
So long, Hagenmeyer.
You gonna come with me now? I think so. Looks like he is. Please come out the corridor with me. Yes!
Could you take a look at the client in bed number 3 now? His name is Eric Sopmarsh.
What's his problem?
He's delirious. He just now came out of theater. He's recovering from major surgery.
I'll have him up and about before you can say, Lazarus, get out of your bed and walk. Hi, it's me again.
Let him watch you do the Uncharted Shadow Puzzle. That's some real suffering. Fuck you, Thalmor. I was laughing at that fucking conversation out front talking to Hagenmeyer. Because Hagenmeyer is the doctor who owns this whole fucking institution. Fucking George is like, who the fuck are you anyway? I'm Dr. Hagenmeyer. It is a pleasure and an honor to meet you, sir. I've looked forward my entire medical career to fucking meet you.
I'm going to take your blood pressure.
Why?
I'm a doctor. It's my job. See you later.
Maybe I go to pass him now, and then he'll call me back, and then I can tell him.
Hey, Benoit!
There's no need to shout. What do you want?
Here, take this pressure gauge.
Nice.
Thank you, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Well, keep it safe until I think of something. Are you ready with that pressure gauge?
Prime and ready to pump, sir. What do you want me to do with it?
Take the old dude's
Use it
temperature.
on Eric's
Or the old dude's
submarsh.
blood pressure. Good, good, good. Thank you very much, Ollie. Right. Past here. Assume.
I'm Dr.
Let me in
Stobart.
now.
Bonjour, docteur.
Have you seen any suspicious characters on the ward?
Yeah, I have.
Me.
A gorilla and a weasel?
No, this was a tatty old bear.
How is the bear acting suspiciously?
Well, he was wearing a homburg.
Is that against the law?
No, but it's pretty weird for a bear.
Don't you think it's possible that the bear was a man in disguise?
Well, obviously, I'm not completely stupid. But who would go to the bother of disguising himself as a bear? It's not as if he'd blend in with the surroundings. I checked with base to see if any bears had been reported missing from the zoo or a traveling circus. They told me to sit tight until reinforcements arrive. I guess they're right. I'd be stupid to tackle a bear single-handed.
Have you heard of a guy called Marquet?
He's in quarantine, Doc, right behind this here door.
Marquet is just the man I wanted to see.
I wouldn't go in there if I was you. He has anthrax.
So he is not actually stopping me. Telling me not to go in, but he's not stopping me.
I have to visit my patient.
What for?
Routine. I have to check he's still breathing.
What if he's not?
I'll sign the certificate and register his bed as vacant.
That's a cold and distant attitude to death.
Well, I've been institutionalized to the point of godlike aloofness.
The white coat suits you.
Thanks. Catch you later, officer.
Au revoir, Doc. If you see that bear, kick him in the nuts.
Yeah, he wasn't a major roadblock.
Rather you than me, pal.
Finally.
Marquet?
Yes, I am Marquet. I've been expecting you.
You have?
Well, what are you waiting for? Get it over with.
He was
I
expecting
just want
somebody
to
to
know
come
what
and
I
kill
should do
him.
with the gem.
The Lahmar gem.
Yeah, right here in my pocket.
I thought you were one of the assassins.
Not me. I never inhaled.
So, you were sent in my place?
Yeah. You could hardly make the trip to Ireland in your condition. What should I do with the gem?
Deliver it to the Grand Master. Quickly. Tell him that I have found the tripod. Right here in Paris.
What, you have it?
Not yet, but it's being taken care of. I hired a couple of stooges with a flair for petty crime.
Would that be Flap and Guido by any chance?
You know them?
We've met. What about the Hashashin?
Is more likely to have followed Klausner. He'll stop at nothing to prevent the reforging of the sword.
And that's bad, is it?
As for Klausner, he is gone on to Syria on a wild goose chase.
They have geese in Syria?
He
Uh-oh.
has a theory about the location of
That's enough excitement for one day, Monsieur Marquet. What are you doing here?
Talking to this patient, of course.
Monsieur Marquet is my patient. If Herr Hagenmeyer was to hear that...
Okay, I'm going. I'd learned all I could from Marquet anyhow.
Ah, there you are, sir. I was just coming to look for you. I finished with your pressure gauge.
Thanks, Bunny.
What's that noise? It sounds as if someone's having a cardiac arrest.
It's all right. The doctor's in there with him.
Are you sure he was a doctor?
Oui, monsieur. He showed me his ID. It was Dr. Braille.
There's no Dr. Braille working here.
He's an imposter! The door's locked. Help me, officer.
Marquet's dead.
Stand back, monsieur.
Yeah, there he goes. Back in Nico's apartment.
I found Jacques Marquet.
Did he talk?
Yeah, he talked. For the very last time.
He's dead.
Yeah, killed in cold blood by a bogus doctor.
That's despicable. What kind of guy would pass himself off as a doctor and take advantage of a dying man? Was it Khan?
No, I don't know who he was, but it certainly wasn't Khan. He got away, out the window.
Okay. We're good to go.
Have you ever heard of the Hashiashin?
No.
Marquet said that they were his biggest enemy.
His biggest enemy was the bogus doctor.
Don't remind me. That guy was evil. He had wild, staring eyes like a dead fish. I'll never trust a doctor again. Do you think the assassin was responsible for killing Marquet?
I don't think so. He could have finished him off the first time. Besides, Marquet would have recognized him.
He was pumped to the gills with sedatives. He wouldn't have recognized the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse unless they'd introduced themselves. Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the tripod in the Croon Museum.
Surprised he didn't talk about what he found out about the tripod.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces. The ninth scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
So if we assume these are 4 locations, Montfaucon is probably one of them, which leaves 3. We don't know how to get into Montfaucon yet. Doesn't need to be told about any of that shit.
I guess I'd better go back and talk to that weirdo.
Which one, Rousseau or Sergeant Mou? Oh, were you referring to Andre?
I'll let you work it out.
Mou, Rosso, or Andre. Okay. I'm guessing it's probably Andre because we know that Flap and Guido are coming. Flap and Guido are coming for the tripod. Hospital's gone now as well. Nice. Okay, let's try the museum.
You have left it very late, monsieur.
Late for what?
Anything? I am closing the museum soon. You wouldn't like to get locked in. I can tell you, not in this gallery.
Why not?
It is haunted, monsieur.
You don't believe in ghosts, surely.
Oh, yes, I do. 7 years ago, a lad managed to hide in here. He'd made a bet with his friends, I suppose. When I found him in the morning, he was cold as ice and stiff as a board.
Well, what was the cause of death?
They said it was a brain tumor. But on his face was a look of stark, desperate terror such as I have never seen before.
Scary.
Okay. Let's go about broken.
What can you tell me about the collection of pottery?
Those are remains of pots used by the original inhabitants of Paris. The Paris pot people.
When did they move out?
15,000 years ago, monsieur. Vanished in the mists of time. Didn't even have time to pack up their pots.
I thought the original inhabitants of Paris were a tribe known as the Parisi.
That is right, monsieur. Renowned for their pots. You see, in those days, people didn't have much in the way of possessions. A few flints, some animal skins, maybe the odd bone or two. Naturally, when the Parisi came along with their pots, why, everybody wanted one.
I guess they must have caused a kind of consumer frenzy.
Ah oui, they conned the market, cleaned up.
You don't know the first thing about those pots, do you?
No, monsieur.
What can you tell me about the collection of coins?
A rare example of silver coinage from the reign of Philippe le Bel. That little old lay buried for centuries in a field on the outskirts of Paris. They're unique. Nothing like them has been found anywhere else in Europe.
What can you tell me about the...
Okay, so that's the same bugged one as before. There's nothing new that we need to speak
Thanks
about.
for your help.
I think the main thing he's telling you there is just that the place is closing soon. This doesn't look like a museum, it's more like a fucking warehouse or something.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
I wouldn't say I'm exactly a museum expert though. I haven't really been in many of them.
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin?
Why, yes, it was a radical Muslim sect whose name became synonymous with murder. It was formed in 11th century Persia, shortly before the Crusades.
At roughly the same time as the Templars.
Yes, they gave a new word to our language, Assassini, the assassins.
How did the assassins get their name?
From the legends surrounding the secrets of their initiation rites. A young man who sought to join the sect was given hashish until he drifted into dreams. He awoke to find himself in a fabulous garden with everything he could wish for. The freshest water, the most delicious food, the choicest hash, and the most delectable women imaginable.
Cool. Do you have the address?
I haven't finished the story. There was a price to pay for this taste of paradise.
Wouldn't you just know it?
The young man would wake the next day to find himself back in the real world. He was told that he'd been given a glimpse of the heaven reserved for holy martyrs. A heaven he would enjoy for eternity if he was willing to join the Hashashin.
So that's probably where Assassin's Creed got the idea of going in and out.
How did the assassins operate?
Well, as I explained, the new recruits would be only too willing to die for the cause. They'd be instructed in the use of the dagger, poisons, and disguise. Then, the Grand Master of the sect would name an enemy of Allah.
And they'd stop at nothing to eliminate that enemy.
You got it. They were fearless and deadly.
Does the cult of the assassins still exist?
Take a look around at the world today. You tell me.
I think you ought to know that the tripod is going to be stolen.
The Lochman tripod? No.
It's true. I can give you a description of the thieves.
Before the supposed event has taken place?
I heard them planning the raid.
They're wasting their time. The tripod is protected by a state-of-the-art alarm system.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Why don't you loan the tripod to me for safekeeping?
Because I'd never see it again.
Well, don't you trust me?
It's not a question of trust, George. That tripod is hundreds of years old and extremely fragile.
I get your point.
Okay.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
So it's now or never, really? Either works now or it never will. I think I have to wait till he was back around again. The thing is, he was always able to hear me anytime I did it, no matter where he was in the museum, but maybe it's a time thing, as in it hadn't reached the right point in the story to do it. Facing out that way now at the moment. And there he goes. Let's try this.
No, monsieur.
Okay.
No, monsieur.
Okay.
Maybe you're not able to do it yet until you speak to the cops?
Pardon me?
Oui, monsieur?
He's just got the bugged option over the coins.
Forget it.
I think it's waiting for me to solve something. Either Montfaucon, which we can't, or the cops. Nico did say to speak to these clowns again as well.
Excuse me.
What do you want now?
Have you ever heard of the Hashashin, Sergeant?
What was that?
The cult of the assassins.
What are you trying to say, Stobart?
That the clown is a member of that cult.
I see. And what proof do you have?
Proof? I arrived at my conclusion through logical deduction and...
Pseudo-intellectual people. Leave the investigation of crime to those who know best. The police.
Is Rosso here?
Yes, he is. You wish to speak to him?
Yes, please.
Yes, I do.
One moment, monsieur.
I actually hope I've got something to speak to him about, because he's going to be fucking furious if I don't.
Stop is here to see you, monsieur.
Did he say what it was about?
Did he say what it was about?
No, monsieur.
Very well.
Mon Dieu. Fucking pushes all his shit to the floor.
What now, monsieur?
Uh-oh.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter? You call me?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
No tears. Go back to your desk. The fuck do I do now? I must be missing something at the museum. There must be a way to get into that sarcophagus. Back to the museum.
Watch out! You will have that done on top of us!
If you set the alarm off, does he go to somewhere specific?
No, monsieur. No, et no.
Okay, okay.
So you can't even actually click it.
I tried to sneak my hand inside while the guard wasn't looking, but the case was locked.
Hold on, what's this?
The rod turned smoothly, and the window above me opened.
I bet you he's gonna want to close that. Fuck yeah, I remembered.
It is closing time, Monsieur Lobineau.
Already, there just aren't enough hours in the day.
More than enough for me. I can't wait to get home and put my feet up.
Eh bien, see you tomorrow.
Good night, Monsieur.
Good night, monsieur. Hours pass. Where's Guido? Where's Flap? Oh, he is now.
Hey, Guido! Look at this!
Quit fooling around, you moron! Get your ass over here and bring that flashlight.
Fuck, I didn't save. We're gonna do that now.
What the... Who's there?
Let's get out of here!
That must be Nico.
And when I woke up, I was at the police station.
Luckily, I managed to persuade Rosso I was innocent.
Poor Georges.
What a mess. I bungled the whole thing.
I don't think so. You made a pretty good job of distracting those two crooks.
Yeah, but the killer got away with the tripod.
No, he didn't. He's not the only one who can dress up in costume.
Nice.
You mean... it was you who stole the tripod? Oh, hell, Nico. I could have been shot.
Those dogs are more likely to shoot their own feet.
I just wish you'd told me your plans. We're supposed to be in this together. And how come you dressed up like a pantomime cat?
Don't sulk, Georgie, please.
Oh, rats. And don't call me Georgie.
Oh, I really thought you'd be pleased. After all, we've got the tripod. Aren't you going to try putting the gem on the tripod?
I guess so. Nothing happened.
Yeah.
The gem fits perfectly, but what does that prove?
What the fuck were you expecting? Steal everything.
Maybe the tripod has to be in a certain location.
There's nothing on the manuscript to indicate where, though, is there?
Oh, by the way, I had a visit from André Lobineau.
Oh, yeah. I hope you didn't mind me giving him your address.
Not at all. It was lovely to see him again. He was over the moon when I showed him the manuscript. It's not often he gets that excited. He made a sketch of the knight's crest to take back to the museum. I believe he's identified the family who bear that crest.
I sure hope so. Lobineau explained who the Hashashin were.
Yeah?
The cult of the assassins.
Oh, boy!
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Put your gem on my tripod this instant. It's already there.
That's the tripod we borrowed from the museum.
I love the fact that the dialogue gets updated. Ah yes, that tripod, that's the one that we stole. Yes.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces. The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom. There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod.
Okay. So now I think we have to try and figure out Montfaucon.
I have to go.
Already? You only just arrived.
Time and tide wait for no man.
If it's time, Nico will tell me.
I'll see you later.
No? I thought this is what they were doing with this apartment. It was like a nice hint system. Last chance? No. Time and tide wait for no man. Get a palm reading now, maybe?
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
No.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur.
You will. Museum is still a possible place to visit. Probably don't want to show my face there again anytime soon. Try Montfaucon. There's a clown here now. Interesting.
Hey, you with the balls.
Oui?
How did you learn to be a juggler?
Juggler? What is this juggler?
It's you. You juggle, that makes you a juggler.
No, I am a jongleur.
A jongler? What's that?
Mon Dieu. A jongleur is an artist, a master of the contragravitic Aeroballetic mysteries.
Aeroballetic
In
mysteries.
centuries
Fuck
past, the
off.
courts of the crown heads of Europe and the jongleurs, witty, erudite men to whom the monarchs turned in their hours of need.
Wait a minute, wait. Let me get this straight. Our enemies are at the borders, plague ravages the land, and the peasants are revolting. Thank God we've got Chuckles the Jongler to throw his balls around. I don't think so. That juggling doesn't look so difficult.
Oh, it does not, does it not? Perhaps you feel you could do better, no?
I'll give it a try.
Be my guest.
I had no idea what I was doing. But this guy was obviously an idiot, so how difficult could it be?
Show me your Merstersy balls, Thalnor.
A lot more difficult than I thought. That's how difficult. Still, it was my big chance to be derided by complete strangers.
Not so easy after all, is it?
No, I guess not. What do you know about the Knights Templar?
Le Templier? Ah, their last Grand Master, Jacques du Molay, was burnt on an island in the Seine in 1314.
Wow. You're pretty well educated for a juggler.
No, monsieur. I read it on that board over there.
A dick.
It didn't seem right to fry somebody's palm when they make their living with their hands.
Is it on the clown nose?
Look, a red nose.
Ah, you are a clown.
A clown?
No, if so, you would be a much better jongleur.
For a moment, an idea capered around near the spotlight of my attention, but fell down the pothole of abstraction before I could focus on it. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Maybe you could use the nose on him while he's juggling?
Hi again.
No.
Oui? What is it this time?
Thought maybe
Look,
he'd throw
a
it
red
in.
nose.
He'd throw it in to distract him. Wonder if the cop has anything to say about the clown, maybe?
Hello again, officer.
Hello again, monsieur.
Okay, nice.
Ah, you are a clown.
Do I look like a clown?
No, although you juggle like one. Now, if I'd known you were a clown, it would have been amusing. And not a humiliation for you.
What do you mean?
Who ever heard of a plainclothes clown?
He had a point.
That is a good
so
point,
you're
actually.
saying that if I juggle badly with a red nose, I'd be the king of comedy. But if I juggle badly without it...
You look like a pathetic loon. Oui, monsieur, you have it.
I hate this cop.
What do you think of the juggler?
Ah, he is excellent, most watchable.
But he's blocking the thoroughfare and obstructing traffic.
So? He is amusing, the traffic isn't. If he wants to block it, who am I to say no?
You're a cop.
Ah, oui. So I am... Ah, well...
So you're not gonna do anything about this guy?
No.
He probably doesn't even have a license.
Ah, a license. This I had not considered.
So what are you gonna do?
The instant I return to the station, I shall check.
Return to the station? Why not just ask him?
And spoil his concentration? What kind of a barbarian do you take me for?
I'll see you around.
Oui, monsieur. I'll be there.
Every time I think I'm getting somewhere with this dude, I get another setback.
Hi again.
Oui? What is it this time?
I'd like to have another try at juggling, please.
You have gone on a crash course, perhaps?
No, I just had an insight into presentation.
Oh, here we go.
Huh?
Allow me to demonstrate. The balls, please.
If you insist on completing your humiliation, monsieur.
He's gonna put his nose on this time so he doesn't look as stupid.
Now for my secret weapon.
Okay. Now everybody should laugh and shit. Awesome.
The juggler was speechless with rage. You could have mistaken him for a mime. And without a word, he collected his balls and left in a fury. Hey! You forgot one of your balls! Hey! But he didn't hear. Better still, deprived of his entertainment, the gendarme decided maybe he ought to do some policing for a change.
Bye-bye, you old fart. Fucking happy days. Get us in here right now. Folks, don't be scared. This is all part of the clown act. Hi.
The wall had flaked, and anything once written on it had long since gone.
I remember how this is involved. Maybe do this.
The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
We discovered that whenever we first got back to town that he had it with him. This?
Hey, that's hollow. It was time for some brutal destruction. Close up, I could see the plaster was thinner where I'd broken through, and behind it were some cogs and a lever. Here goes. Hey, cool! Inside the hole, I could see one of the cogs had come loose and jammed the mechanism solid.
Nice when they grab this.
The hook was held rigidly by the tightly wound chain.
Guess we need to spin some cog out first. Spin some chain out. Okay. Okay. Pick this up. Put this on here. And go back on this again. Open sesame, motherfuckers. Again, that was another example of just a puzzle that just, as soon as I saw it, I just instantly remembered the solution.
In the beginning was the end. An end wrought by our enemies began our darkness. In the end will be a beginning. An end to our enemies heralds our new day.
Report. The military establishments are in flux. The end of the Cold War has left them with no clear goal and as obvious targets for budgetary cuts.
Was the Nobel Prize winner there?
Promoted a sense of betrayal in the upper echelons. They feel that the politicians have cast them adrift. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Good. Mademoiselle?
Governments are giving the corporations more respect than their own citizens. A groundswell of dissatisfaction and dissidence is growing.
I think the fat dude in the middle is the doctor
are becoming
who
too
killed
large
the
and
patient.
complex for their own executives to control them. A blind belief in market forces is accelerating this trend the world over. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
The global population's belief in those that govern it has never been lower. We have inculcated a sense of immediacy and action over forethought and planning in all the major governments. They are acting on hasty decisions that cannot be completed or revoked without appearing foolish. The pattern is emerging. Our time is now.
Excellent. The tired old governments are dying a slow death from their own incompetence and our machinations. The millennium is almost upon us, and everything is in place for the rise of our new order. Almost. Professor, where is the broken sword?
As we discussed last time, with the loss of the manuscript, our search is as a corollary hindered.
And as discussed last time, you have been furnished with a dramatically increased budget. What have you been doing with our money, Professor?
We are working on the principle that the Templars, that is to say our predecessors,
Hold on. These are the Templars?
must have left a trail when they were hiding the clues to the sword of Baphomet's location. I have a small army of historians and archaeologists ferreting out that trail.
I trust these historians and archaeologists are more trustworthy than your friend Pegram.
Pegram was loyal. He tried to protect the Lochmarn gem when the Hashashin came near.
And failed. And don't call that Syrian maniac the Hashashin. He's an assassin. Plain and simple.
That's not what he believes. He actually thinks.
Silence! Do I have to remind you that we have a sacred duty? A trust? When Philippe attempted to destroy the Order, we lost the sword and our power with it. Now we have the opportunity to reforge it. But time is short. We need results, not petty bickering, not excuses. Now, Professor Baphomet.
Yes, of course, my apologies. We will find Baphomet and the sword, manuscript or no. We have already found another element actually within Paris.
Excellent. What is it?
Well, we're not exactly sure at present.
Ha!
But I have my best people working on it. You would do well not to criticize others, Eklund. At least I have not murdered one of our own.
Of course. That guy was the bogus doctor in the hospital.
Marquet was a liability. Eklund dealt with him on my orders.
I beg your pardon, Grandmaster. I did not mean to.
Have you any good news for us, Professor?
We already know 3 of the elements. We know that Klausner had obtained the lens before he vanished.
Where was he?
Syria. We know that he arrived, but after that, nothing.
The assassin.
I fear so. It's a shame. Klausner was a good operative.
There's actually quite a bit of this left still. I still think it's quite doable tonight, but yeah, I forgot about a location. I probably should have saved the game.
I could hear voices from the lit area.
Yeah, I was gonna say I probably should save the game before just barreling down into a Templar meeting. I want to say George is even saying, yeah, are you sure you want to go down into a Templar meeting that's going on at the moment?
This was it. The conspiracy was
dead.
revealed. Okay, nobody move. I'm making a citizen's arrest. At last, I had them. I could see the fear in their eyes as their little scheme came to pieces. You're all going away for a very long time. And you can just drop those guns. You're impressing nobody.
Goodbye, George. I love the fact that they let that be a thing. Oh, shit. Yeah, we probably shouldn't go down there. Go up the stairs, you fuck. How many games nowadays would, they would just put in like humor like that? Just fucking having the player get killed. Just have like such a comedic scene instead of just having like, you fucked up, game over. They actually just did a full like narrative play out of what actually happens if the player goes down there. Awesome. Hi kids. I'm back. Can we close this again? No. So they mentioned another site in Paris, but they said that they're not sure what it's for yet. They could be talking about Montfaucon, but then it would be a little bit weird that they're under Montfaucon at the moment while saying they don't know what to do with it. Weird.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Something to do with the fucking tripod and the jam, but I can't. What the fuck you do with it? I think we tried this already. Doesn't have no fucking cog position or anything. We can use stuff on it. You would expect to see like markings in the floor or something. Someone to just say to the average player, hey, you might want to try items here or something. Maybe they made this place and then just didn't do anything with it or something. Maybe you listen to the meeting again to see that it's concluded. Rather than just barrel it down, just fucking look in through the cliff, or look in through that hole in the cliff again, and maybe they all leave different directions or something.
It would take a blacksmith or an engineer to do anything with that.
Okay. And here again.
This will be our last meeting in person until we locate the sword of Baphomet. I hope that I don't need to emphasize the importance of finding it. Without it, our endeavors come to nothing. With the sword reforged, we will have the power to sweep the stage of all opposition. The new millennium will belong to us. The next time that we meet, it will be to become the princes of this world.
Bye-bye. Okay, so they fucked. Okay. I want to say there was maybe some concern there that there was like too much dialogue to play in one session or something, so that's why they split it up and let the player play on. But then again, when you think about it as well, by splitting that up into two different scenes, you also create a situation where players possibly make a puzzle out of it where there's none. Like they might do what I just did there, which is to fuck off from the cave.
There was a large circle marked out on the floor with a stump in the middle. Around the circle, I could see words inlaid into the stone.
Okay. Then let's do this.
The light falling from above struck the gem and scattered in 5 neat rays, and each ray picked out a letter. Starting from the seal, I could read M-A-R-I-B, Marib. Now all I had to do was figure out what the heck that meant.
I bet that's in Syria.
Nico, I've seen them.
Who?
The Templars. I spied on their meeting in the catacombs.
And you saw the Knights Templar?
I saw a bunch of guys masquerading as Templars.
Pretty sure you shouldn't just be going around Paris shouting that at the top of your
They're
voice.
after something called the Sword of Baphomet. The bogus doctor was there, the guy who killed Marquet. The manuscript is the key, just as we thought. It shows the way to the broken sword, whatever that is.
And how does the assassin fit into all this?
He's out to stop them. These Neo-Templars, they're men and women in influential positions. Don't you see? Plantar was one of them. The assassin killed him for the manuscript, to stop them finding the sword.
But now we have got the manuscript.
Yes.
So, how do they hope to find the sword?
I don't know. They said something about a lens and a guy called Klausner who's gone to Syria. But they didn't seem to realize the significance of the very site of their meeting. You see, after they'd gone, I discovered a stone pedestal and a carved inscription. I set up the gem on the tripod, directly below a beam of light. The gem split the beam and lit the letters M-A-R-I-B.
Marib is a village in Syria.
Then the Neo-Templars are ahead of us. Klausner beat me to it.
You're not thinking of going there yourself, are you?
Why not?
These guys are crazy and dangerous. That reminds me, you should leave the gem here.
Okay, what about the tripod?
I'll send it back to Andre, anonymously.
M-A-R-I-B. I knew we could figure out what Biram means.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
This might have updated now.
That's the tripod we borrowed from the museum.
Yeah.
That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn.
Maybe the bull is updated?
There's a guy with a sword and a bull. Between them is a gem supported by a tripod. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
No, I don't think it has.
The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. There's a guy working on a loom.
There's nothing else new there, so I guess we're going to the airport.
Do you think I should go to Marib?
Syria is a long way, Georges.
I'm off to Syria. See you later. You're only going to Marib now. You still got a while to go. Yeah, I realized that earlier because I'd forgot about going to Syria. Isn't that the fucking... Actually, I won't say anything.
Hey there, young fella. Speak you the English? Speak you the Anglais? Parlez-vous anglais?
Yes, si, and indeed oui, and rather better than you by the sound of it. My name is Nijo. Welcome to my grand emporium of quality merchandise.
So, this is your stand?
Oh, yes, sir. Though stand does not begin to do it justice. The finest in this bustling metropolis.
This is a bustling metropolis?
Well, not per se, no.
Can I buy that rifle that you have for sale up behind your counter there? Please?
How much are those books there on the shelf?
Not the books, buy the rifle.
Syrian pounds.
I think I might have a couple of Irish pund.
Then they're too expensive
Fucking
for
Irish
the
pund. Get the fuck out of here.
You speak very good English.
Thank you, sir. I learned from tapes that my uncle procured.
Oh, a language course.
No, sir. Jeeves and Wooster. Gussie, Fink, Noto, Aunt Agatha. What ho?
Does the word Templar mean anything to you?
Templar. Ah, Templar. Templar. Why, yes, of course.
It does?
Yes. A splendid series of books by Mr. Leslie Chatteris, featuring the roguish Mr. Simon Templar.
Great. That's a real help, Nijo. Anything else?
The Saint television program featuring Mr. Roger Moore of the quizzical eyebrow and a stick man with a halo. Bing!
Or the film with Val Kilmer, but it probably didn't exist at this point. I want to say it was like fucking 2005, 2007 or something. Val Kilmer, The Saint. No, it was the very next year. Fuck me, 1997. Crazy.
So all Templar means to you is Roger Moore.
I only watched it for the stick man with the halo. Bing! He was better animated.
So I'm correct in saying that the word Templar doesn't mean much to you.
Well, there was the Order of Knights who were wiped out in an Inquisition in 1312, I suppose.
That's them. What else do you know?
Just how much information do you think there is on a Trivial Pursuit card?
A what?
From the medieval edition. We had it on the stand a couple of years ago. Ask me what a feuter is. Go on, I know all this stuff.
Never mind. Okay, forget about the Templars for a minute. What do you know about knights?
Like the Crusaders, they came to the East on an insane and pointless mission. They sacrificed thousands of lives, including their own, for insensate pride. How anyone can find them romantic confounds me.
So this is where the... knight with the crystal ball must come in then.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle pip, sir.
I had neither the money nor the desire to buy any of that garbage.
I vaguely remember a puzzle What do you have to solve here? Half of his head is missing? Who, George or Nijo? All of Nijo's head is there. Looks okay on the stream as well. So just there at the top is where his headdress is. Just there. I don't have a mouse pointer because it turns into a fucking speech or a magnifying glass.
I wasn't hungry and didn't want to buy fruit, so I didn't start a conversation.
Okay.
Hi, I was wondering whether you could help me.
Why, sure, son. Always got time for a fellow American. The name's Henderson. Dwayne Henderson.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Henderson.
Hell, boy. I'm not in the office. Call me Dwayne.
Oh, okay. Dwayne. My name's George Stobart.
Dwayne Henderson.
You're a long way from home, Dwayne.
Could say the same about you, George.
Me? Well, I'm just sightseeing, that's all.
Without a camera, kinda lags to come all this way and not take pictures. Mind if I take a picture of you, George?
What? Why?
Ow! You could have
Just
warned
did it
me.
anyway.
You don't mind, do
Nice
you?
GDPR violation there.
The folks back home will be real interested.
What exactly do you do, Dwayne?
Didn't I say? Oh, I run a greeting card company. Yep, we're based in Cleveland, Ohio. Pearl writes the poems for him. You ought to ask her to recite some.
Dwayne is of particular importance in the story. Can't tell you why, but just trust me, he's not just some dude on the street.
Where is your wife, Dwayne?
Pearl? Oh, she's around, looking for bargains.
How long have you been married, Dwayne?
Hell, must be 30 years now.
Have you talked to Nijo?
Nijo? He's the youngster on that junk stand, right? Yeah, we've met him. He's a smart kid. Speaks 4 languages, and he's never had a day's formal education. He should go far. Kept trying to peddle garbage on us, though.
You're not gonna find much worthwhile around here.
I know that, and you know that. But try telling Pearl. She reckons there's antiquities in them there stands.
Antiquities in them there stands?
Do you mind if I ask you an odd question?
Okay, but I might not answer it.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
The Knights Templar?
Yep.
Nope. Nothing at all.
Well, you knew they were an order of knights.
What I know and what I say are 2 different things, boy. I haven't lasted as long as I have in this business without knowing that.
In this business?
Sure. The greetings card business.
Oh, please.
So that's Dwayne just saying more than he's saying. Just pay attention.
I saw a medieval picture of a woman, royalty or nobility, something like that. She was looking in a mirror, but the reflection was of a man with 3 faces. What do you think of that?
I think you should be in therapy.
Does the image of a knight holding a crystal ball mean anything to you?
Hell no. What would a knight want with a hunk of glass?
I don't know. That's the prob.
What's wrong, boy?
It's not a crystal ball. It all came together in my head. What the conspirators had mentioned losing. The strange perspective of the manuscript. It's a lens. Do you think bulls have any significance around here?
Weird question, George. Nope, I don't think they have.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Okay. Okay.
I had neither the money nor the desire to buy any of that garbage.
He always goes up there. Okay. Try this.
I had neither the money nor the desire to buy any of that garbage.
Let's see, I wonder would this work? We did this. And then we did this. What does he do there? Comes out. I think he points at Nijo. What if we do it first? No, I don't think that's doing anything.
I hadn't come all this way to seek out curios.
Okay. I remember doing something
Hello.
there.
I was wondering whether you
Hasn't fallen into place
Why,
yet.
hi there, handsome. What can I do for you?
Hi, my name's George. I was just...
Well, it certainly is delightful to meet you, George.
I was...
My name's Mrs. Henderson, but you can call me Pearl, I'm sure.
Okay, Pearl. I was...
So nice to meet a friendly American face so far from home.
Pearl?
Yes, dear?
I was just wondering if you could help me.
Why, sure, precious.
Do you know anything about medieval weaving?
I do a little needlework, but gosh.
It's okay. It was a long shot. Have you talked to the boy on the bric-a-brac stand?
Oh, you've met him? His name's Nijo, you know. Oh, he's just so cute, I could die. I'd love to bundle him up and take him back to Ohio.
He might not thank you.
I'm looking for something ancient, you know. Something to impress the folks back home. The poor boy was trying to do his best, but we still haven't found anything.
Have you ever heard of a group of knights called the Templars?
Sounds familiar. I remember. Dwayne had a book. The Holy Something and the Holy Something Else, I can't quite recall. I read a little of it.
And?
Seemed like a lot of hooey to me.
I've been talking to your husband, Dwayne.
Oh.
Yeah, he tells me that he runs a greeting card company and you write the poems that go in them.
Oh, yes, indeed. I consider myself the artiste of the family. Tell me, George.
Fucking artiste.
Would you like to hear one of my poems?
Sure.
Yes, go on then.
Okay then, darling, here we go. Our sympathy upon this time, when your heart doth break.
I like the doth.
Classy, isn't it? We know the grief that must entail when your schnauzer gets bitten by a snake.
Excuse me.
It still touches me. What do you think, George?
It's very specific, isn't it?
You think so? We sell a lot of those, dear.
When your fucking schnauzer gets bit by a snake.
So, tell me a little about yourself, Pearl.
Me? Oh, a gentleman's interest is always so flattering. Well, my husband and I run a greetings card company in a cute little place called
Akron in Ohio.
Akron? Cute? Little? Hold on. Didn't Dwayne say they were from Cleveland?
What was that, sweetness?
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking out loud.
Story not checking out, Fields Weirdman?
I met your husband earlier. He's an interesting man.
That's why I married him.
You said that your company is based in Akron.
And Dwayne said it's in Cleveland, no doubt.
Well, yes, he did.
Dwayne was in the Marines and Vietnam, you know. Anyway, he got a medical discharge. Thing is, he gets confused. We moved away from Cleveland 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
He also gets a little paranoid. Thinks he's a spy or something.
I'm so sorry, Pearl.
Don't worry yourself, George. We live with it.
Okay. That's all we can do here for now.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
Let's see if Nejo has got any more conversation options now after speaking to the couple.
Hi, Nejo.
Hello again, sir. And how may I help you this time?
That's not a very friendly cat you got there, Nejo.
No, sir. It is a very unfriendly cat.
Why do you keep it?
Oh, it's not mine. It just rests where it pleases. And today, it pleases to rest there. As Kipling would say, it is a cat that walks by itself.
Fiercely independent.
And it smells.
Is that your father lurking in the back of the stand?
He is indeed a roaring fellow. Ayub's his name.
You don't sound like you respect him very much.
Don't I? Not only do I respect him, I rather like him. For all his bluster, we get on very well.
What do you know about that couple?
Oh, they're American.
Hello, pizza.
Is that all?
The chap's a little odd. As for the lady, it's a funny thing. But I get the impression she's a lot cleverer than she's letting on.
Good choice. Yeah, I've had a lot of fucking fun playing this today. I just decided on a whim yesterday to replay the whole series. I always wanted to get around to doing the whole series on stream, because it's probably in my top 5 best games I've ever played, I think. But fun fact, I've never actually played beyond Broken Sword 3, so part of my aim here is to do the whole series, similar to what we did with filling in the gaps with Resident Evil, if you remember the Resident Evil Anthology playthrough. So I want to do something similar with Broken Sword. I've been doing one all day today. It's so weird. Like, I get the scenes like here in Syria, and it's familiar to me, but there's like puzzles that I can't fit together. Then other puzzles I'll just completely slam because I just remember everything about them, and then I'll get to another puzzle and I was like, I remember this goes into that, but how does that get to this? And then you get stuck for like 2 hours. Crazy. I wonder would he know anything about the Matchbook outside?
What do you make of this?
Well, beyond the obvious, very little. That pattern seems very familiar, though.
You got to 5 yourself. Very good. You will be able to help me in 3 and 4 then, because I've never played them.
See you around, Nejo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
Ta-ta for now, sir. So, Father comes out and points at Nejo. We can put the cat up into the top shelf. The cat isn't bothered by Father coming out. You electrocute the cat, maybe? No.
I wasn't sure whether I wanted anything off that shelf.
Okay. think there's anything else to do. Crazy when you think that back then this used to be a major genre. For sure, fucking Monkey Island, Blade Runner, Beneath the Steel Sky. All great games. This dude was fucking British Apron.
Hi, what's your name, sir?
Hello, you buy kebab. Moscow.
Wow.
What do you make of this?
Buy kebab. Most good.
What do you think of this?
Buy kebab. Come to the...
Does this mean anything to you?
No, you buy kebab.
Okay.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Most good. Can't do anything with his kebab shop, I don't think.
Close up, I could see flies love kebabs.
Okay.
Hi.
Hello, sir. Lovely carpet.
All these guys are like general traders. I don't really...
Does this mean anything to you?
Yes, carpet, yes?
Okay.
Ma'a salama.
No point in conversing with him. Can't go anywhere else here. Okay. What the fuck a carpet shop was for?
I figured going out into the countryside was a pretty good way to get lost.
Okay, so we can't do anything with that door. This is going to bring us out to the other side where Dwayne has been going. He's just going to pop out in the top left of town now. We haven't spoken to this shop vendor yet.
He didn't have anything that I needed.
Okay, you can't actually speak to him. I was going to say Pearl had been speaking to him before. We didn't get the chance. Okay, so I vaguely remember the puzzle here. And I think it's okay to say it, because I don't think I'm doing any spoils, but basically I remember something about this cat going up onto that shelf, the father busting out, and that statue getting knocked off. But I don't remember how that all happens. The most I can vaguely remember is you can send the cat up by patting him. You can ring the bell when father comes out. I don't know what you're meant to do then.
The rifle looked dangerous to the user. That statuette was the nearest thing to an antiquity I'd seen, but it still looked like a cheap plaster copy to me. Hi there, Dwayne.
I haven't spoke to Dwayne in a bit.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
Have you seen this man before?
Maybe. Where'd you get it?
I just picked it up somewhere.
Sure. I'm always picking up photos of complete strangers and then asking around.
Ow, damn it.
There. I've got another picture of a complete stranger. Maybe I'll ask around about this one.
Do you know the name Merlin?
Nope.
Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
What the fuck are we missing? We must be missing a location somewhere. Or somebody else to speak to.
Hi, Nijo.
I don't think Nijo has...
Hello again, sir. And
Oh wait, hold on. Who's this?
Who's the guy selling the kebabs?
Oh, the kebab seller.
oh, that's Arto. A miserable blighter to be sure, sir.
He doesn't seem very happy.
He never is. Day in, day out, a face like a wet Wednesday. Whatever one of those is.
Does he speak any English?
Not cogently, no.
Okay, I don't think I asked.
Have you seen this man before?
No, sir, I'm glad to say. Cold eyes.
Yeah, I haven't.
Do you know the name Merlin?
I'm afraid not, old bean.
Oh, my ball.
What do you think of this, eh?
Oh, sir, what a splendid plaything. One day, when I am rich, I am going to build a world-renowned collection of brightly colored balls.
Are you serious?
In deadly earnest. People will come from far and wide to see my
Yes?
collection. The Rockefellers and the Gettys can keep their hordes of so-called fine art. But answer me this. What good is a Picasso, I ask you, if you cannot bounce it off a wall?
You may have a point. Seriously, do you really think this thing's so great?
Take it away, you tempter.
I'll swap it for something off your stand.
Due to seasonal financial considerations, I'm afraid I cannot.
I thought you wanted this thing.
I do, sir. The stand doesn't.
Which in translation meant it's not really my stand, and I'll be in big trouble if I swap anything for something that I want myself.
Alternatively, is there any service?
We're getting close.
Not at the moment, but I'll bear it in mind. You really want this ball?
You... A comedian, no? I didn't have you down as a doctor.
I'm not.
I'm not. I acquired it.
I didn't have you down as a petty thief either.
I'm not.
Most of the time.
Here, shake hands, Nijo.
Yes.
I'd rather not,
Oh,
sir.
come on.
At least not while you've got that shake and shock buzzer clumsily concealed.
Oh, he knows
in your
what it
arm.
is. Nice.
Oh, you noticed.
Outlawed in 3 separate arms limitation conventions, those are.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep, sir.
Dwayne.
Hi there.
Nothing new with you, Dwayne.
Hi there, George. How can I help you, young fella?
Nothing. Do we try shaking hands with Dwayne?
Shake hands, Dwayne.
Why?
I'm just being friendly.
Let's just be friendly by keeping our hands to ourselves. Yeah?
Okay.
What do you think of this?
It's a ball. Big deal.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Doesn't he start trying to communicate with Ardo?
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
Yeah?
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
Nah, you buy kebab. None?
What do you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab. You buy kebab. Yum, most good.
Yum.
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
Nah, you buy kebab. None?
What do you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab. You buy kebab. Yum, most good.
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
Nah.
What do you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab. You buy kebab. Yum, most good.
Well, goodbye.
Most good.
Most good, Thalnar. Most good.
In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do.
Time to show everyone everything. I don't like shit like that.
You buy kebab. You buy kebab. You buy kebab. Yum. Most good.
Wait. This dude is... This isn't a carpet shop. This is a fucking entrance to those back steps, I remember. I think if I show him the matchbook, he'll let me in.
It's me again.
Uruba! Hello there!
Does this matchbook mean anything?
Looks like his rug.
Ah! Give to me! Give to me! A la mode.
I don't know why that just came back into my head, but it did. Fuck yeah, boy. You ever just reactivated your brain from 20 years ago?
Many beneficent greetings, my most fortunate possible friend.
Huh? Do I know you, mister?
No, no, and again I say, no. But, my friend, do you not see our mutual good fortune in this meeting?
How frank do you want me to be?
You are a traveler, yes?
Boy, you must be the world's greatest detective.
No, I am told that is Sherlock Holmes of the big forehead and slipper full of shag. I, as contrast, am world's greatest luxury taxi driver.
I can see where this is going.
I am Ultar, taxi driver and luxury guide per excellence, yes.
This I had to hear.
Where does your heart desire to go? Simply mention the name to your obedient servant and we shall fly there, swift as the eagle.
Oh, well, I don't really want to leave Marib yet, but I'm sure that if I do, you'll be the first to know.
Is good. You know where you want to go, you come to Ultar.
Thanks. See you around, Ultar.
Be having a pleasant day, full of shining experiences and happiness, my friend.
Okay.
I hadn't felt a need to spit since I was 12.
Oh, fucking spitting bucket. Same thing. Guess these are everywhere.
Even if I'd wanted to spit, my mouth was too dry. Damn, the door's locked. I'm sorry? Did you say something?
He say you not to go in toilet. Read sign, matey.
Matey?
It lose something in translation.
What does the sign say?
By staring hard at the notice and squinting, I discovered I couldn't understand a word of it.
just about read none of this. Doesn't this dude have no tongue or something?
Hi. Nice club you've got here. I was wondering if you could help me. What? I mean, I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
No surprise there, alrighty. He says sorry, but he not speak English.
But he didn't say anything.
He not have tongue.
No tongue? What happened?
It was bet.
And he lost.
He won. You should see other chappie. Oh, yes.
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak. Period.
Okay, so the only person you can speak to in here is Ultar.
Hello again, Ultar.
Great hellos, munificent foreigner, and possible future client.
Well, you never know. Would you mind talking to me?
Is most agreeable. This is how Ultar learned such splendid English, yes? Yes.
Okay. What does the sign on the bathroom mean?
Could you tell me what that sign means?
It's a door stay shut until brush come back. Signed, the management.
Oh, well, what does that mean?
Manager buy lovely new toilet brush, leaves it by wash basin for 10 minutes. Come back, it been stolen. Not even out of wrapper. He damn cross. Lock up toilet and say, nobody use fine pristine toilet until brush given back. We say, what we do till then, eh? He say, cross legs and use superior willpower.
And that's what you've been doing?
No, Ultar use bucket.
See you around, Ultar.
I'm gonna cut this short, Ultar.
Splendid, good sir.
I think this is why my brain wanted to fucking interact with his kebab shop earlier. He has the brush. I was trying to interact with his kebab shop earlier and I didn't know why, but now I do. But I don't know what link the bathroom has. Unless there's something that you can get for the cat shop or something. I think I need...
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
The brush is right there, but George doesn't seem to see it for some reason.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
It was a kebab stand, and an ugly one at that. In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do.
Okay. Should have exhausted the conversation up here first. I thought I was onto something with the brush, but it's not time for that yet. Trying to run before we can walk.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah.
What do you know about the kebab seller?
A most miserable man. Ultar say, cheery up, matey mate, it might never happen. And he say, shut up, Ultar.
Fancy that.
Not at all. Arto has face like the drizzle that falls on the midweek afternoon. Whatever that is.
Because pizza is a spoiling Susan. It's a shite bomb. Oh yeah, I see what you mean now about the comment. I don't know that he intended that as a spoil. I mean, kebabs are pretty bad fucking food, like, so it's ambiguous.
Have you met the American couple?
Have Ultar met them? Have Ultar met them? Yes, Ultar have met them.
And?
They most ungenerous. Ultar offer to show them wonders of countryside. They say, is there anything ancient? Ultar say, yes, of course. Nature is ancient. They say, no, anything ancient made by men. And Ultar say, have you seen Taxi? Fan belt older than Ozymandias. But they gone.
What do you make of that boy in the market, Nejo?
Nejo? Ha! Ayub's boy is too big for sandals. I speak splendid English, and he laugh. He say, Ultar, you big ox, you split infinitive. I say, I split your head if you stay still long enough. Ha 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 ha! Ho 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 ho! Pretty funny, yes?
Hilarious. You should be on cable. This place is certainly hard to find.
Oh yes, it is most exclusive. The membership can be no more than... Kind sir, what would you guess the population of the village to be?
Gee, I don't know, a couple of thousand?
Then I would estimate the membership to be no more than a couple of thousand.
Okay.
Do you know anything about the Templars?
Of course.
Yes? What can you tell me?
Great she-bop band of the 60s.
No, that's not really...
Who put the bop in the bop, 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 bop?
Yeah, eternal questions.
Okay, I wonder has he ever met Khan before?
Have you seen this man before?
Oh, most certainly. Was here only yesterday.
Oh.
Here? Yesterday? My God, he's close.
Yes, he was asking a lot of questions, just like you.
What did he ask about?
He asked about American called Stoby.
Stobart?
Yes, Stobart. You know him.
The killer knew my name.
What else knows him now?
About? He asked about German man called Klobner.
I tried to remember the name of the man the conspiracy had lost in Syria. Was his name Klausner?
Klausner.
Sure,
yeah.
That is what Ultar said. Klausner. I told this man in the picture, Klausner wanted to go up to Bull's Head.
Hold on, he wanted to go
Bull's
where?
Head is a
Bull's
fucking
Head.
destination.
Big hill, 10 mile out of town. Maybe 60.
When was that?
Oh, maybe a week ago.
That must be what the fucking... The place with the stand and the gem was about. But Nico took them off me. I don't have them anymore.
What can you tell me about this Bull's Head Hill?
Is most magnificent, lovely views. Worth visiting, yes, by indeedity.
How do I get there? No. Let me guess.
You need fine luxury guide to take you there in air-conditioned taxi.
Woe is me. Where can I find such a guide?
And Ultar is most luxurious guide for most literally some way, in any direction.
Gee willikers, lucky old me.
Are you desirous of my pleasant and luxuriant service?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
First, I regret the formalities. A trip to the Bull's Head, 50 Yankee dollars, please.
$50? I don't have $50.
Oh, most unhappy event. Ultar then sorry, but he cannot take you on ride of lifetime.
Hold on, Ultar. Is there nothing I could barter with you?
Word that it was so, beloved friend. But my taxi needs gas, and its muffler needs the muffler doctor. Trading for these things is not possible. My heart weeps for the injustice, but it's box or zip for unfortunate American.
Can I give him this?
What do you think of this?
Is gadget.
It's a blood pressure gauge.
Blood pressure gauge is what Ultar said.
I don't know. Thought maybe he would have took that for his car part or something.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Well, I still don't have any cash on me, American or otherwise.
Oh, unfortunate, most extreme. The delights of the Bull's Head Hill then must wait, I fear.
Okay.
Bye for now, Ultar.
May good fortune follow you, mister.
How'd he fly to Syria without money? Isn't that the question? I think I need to go down and work on the kebab stand. Try and get a breakthrough there.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
La, you buy kebab? None?
Do I have anything that would be good for a kebab stand at the moment? You want my greaseproof paint
What do
tissue?
you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab? You buy kebab? Yum, most good.
Oh, good.
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
La, you buy kebab? None?
What do you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab? You buy kebab? Yum, most good.
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
La, you buy kebab? None?
What do you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab? You buy kebab? Yum, most good.
I'll make sure we've
I'd
exhausted
value
everything
your
with him.
opinion on this, sir.
La, you buy kebab? None?
What do you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab? You buy kebab? Yum, most good.
I'd value your opinion on this, sir.
La, you buy...
Okay.
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
Most good.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George.
Okay.
Have you met Ultar?
I think this is just going to be his story about what happened.
Yeah, the cabbie.
Tried to pull a bunco on us. Take us on a wild goose chase off into nowhere.
Don't think so. Don't think so.
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
Can't say as I have. Where's that?
I don't know. I'm trying to find out.
Bull's Head, huh? I must remember that. Sounds scenic.
Right.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
I feel like I'm missing dialogue somewhere. We haven't spoke to Pearl in a while.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George.
Have you met the taxi man, Ultar?
Heavens, yes. What a big man. Very muscular.
But you didn't go for a ride.
Why, George, you're absolutely the most... Oh, you mean a taxi ride? No, Dwayne wasn't interested,
Did you
so
fuck
it didn't
Ultar?
happen.
Have you ever heard of a hill called the Bull's Head?
No. No, I haven't. Is it nearby?
I'm not sure.
Sounds awful romantic. The Bull's Head Hill.
Try it. Try showing her all the stuff I have, because she's into like artifact stuff and
What
rare
does this
stuff.
mean to you?
Gosh, is this some sort of psychological test?
No.
Oh, well in that case it's a red ball.
Does this red nose mean anything to you?
Reminds me of my late Uncle Abner.
Oh? Is he a clown?
No, he was a drunk.
Have you seen this man before?
No. A friend of yours?
No, not really. Have you ever heard of anybody calling himself Merlin?
Merlin?
No, Merlin. Merlin. There's an O in there.
Merlin.
You haven't, have you?
No, darling. No moulins.
Merlin.
Do you know what this is?
Lord, no. It looks painful, though.
It would be,
It's a
yes.
sewer key.
Who'd want to break into a sewer?
I've got some plaster of Paris.
That's nice, dear.
What do you think of this?
Oh, looks scientific. It's a blood pressure thing, isn't it?
I liked her too much to zap her with the buzzer. What do you make of this grease paint stained tissue?
Oh, it's grease paint. I thought somebody had gaudy taste in makeup.
Right, I think I'm
I've gotta go
stuck
now,
again.
Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
I need you again.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir.
I met an interesting guy earlier, a cab driver.
Ah, that would have to be Utar, the barbaric sort of chap.
Oh, he's not that bad.
You know how he speaks in Pidgin English? That's how he speaks in Arabic too.
Nice. We asked him about all this shit earlier.
See you around, Nijo.
Ta-ta for now, sir.
I'm not quick enough. Oh wait. No. Hold on. Have I figured this out? Go back up there again. No. There's no way that could be how it's done. Do that and speak to him, maybe?
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir.
And use the bell? No.
Oh, it's okay. Nothing. Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George.
It's okay. I'll catch you later.
We didn't acquire anything. Everything that we have at the moment, we brought with us.
He didn't have anything that I needed.
We can't speak to either of these two vendors.
The stand was selling some fruit I didn't recognize. This is what travel is all about. Roam the world and discover strange fruit. In the still air, the smell hung around like bad smells do. Suddenly, I realized the horrific truth. The guy was basting the kebabs with a toilet brush.
All
It
just
may never
a
have
right
seen the
click of
inside of
him.
a toilet bowl, but it was still hardly appetizing.
That's fucking dirty. Still doesn't interact with the brush. Guess that's it there.
In the still air.
No. We can speak to him now about it or something.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Mmm. Yes?
Okay, so we know
Well, goodbye. Have a nice day.
we know that he's using the brush now, but we can't grab it. I keep thinking that fucking Pearl is involved in this for some reason.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George.
Have you had anything from the kebab stand?
Hey, heavens, no, with my digestion.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
Maybe
It's
Dwayne
been a
will.
pleasure, George.
Maybe I was
Don't be a stranger.
thinking about the wrong half of the puzzle.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George.
Have you had any dealings with the kebab seller?
Absolutely not. Pearl's already had one attack of Montezuma's revenge.
Montezuma's revenge. What the fuck?
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
How the fuck do I get that brush?
It was a kebab stand, and an ugly one at that. Hello again, sir.
Hello.
What do you make of this, sir?
You buy kebab?
Well, goodbye. Have it.
Most good.
I mean, Nijo's got a replacement brush he could give me or something. But I don't have any money. And again, this is not a solution.
Hi, Nijo.
Hello again, sir.
Look, this is going to sound a bit strange, but I need Arto's brush.
What? The brush he bastes the kebabs with?
Yes.
Let me find some dirty postcards for you instead.
Nijo, this is serious. Arto stole that brush he's using from a friend, and I want to get it back.
Perhaps I could help you, old chap. Maybe? Perhaps?
Maybe what? Perhaps what?
I do not wish to seem mercenary, sir, but I am a merchant, and merchants trade.
Merchant? This isn't Sears and Roebuck here.
Well, if you're going to be disagreeable...
No, you're right. What would you like?
The ball.
I seem to recall that you have something that might alleviate my boredom. A globe of delight, a Rubicon spheroid of heavenly pleasure.
You mean the ball, don't you?
A tiny spherule form that barely spans my hand, yet promises hours of amusement.
If you mean the ball, why don't you just say so?
Can I have the ball back, mister?
You certainly can.
All right, here you go.
People say bad things about Americans, but you're okay in my book.
What people? What bad things?
Never mind that now. Remember the brush?
Right, yes, the brush.
All you have to do with Arto is be polite. It lightens his day, makes it all worthwhile for him again.
How can I be polite to the guy when I can't speak a word of Syrian?
Arabic.
That's what I meant.
Simply memorize this phrase. Il ach il kalb.
Il akal kalb.
Close enough. Now, go over to Arto and deliver those honeyed words even unto his delicate ear. He won't be able to do enough for you.
Really?
Really.
What exactly does il akal kalb mean?
A polite but subtly complimentary greeting. He won't be able to do enough for you.
That is a fucking insult.
So long, Nijo.
Toodle peep, sir.
Now, do you start playing with the ball? Have we developed things here at all?
If only I had a tiny spheruliform that barely spans my hand yet promises hours of amusement.
If only. No, he's not playing with the ball. Maybe that's a later thing or something. Okay. Excuse me for a couple of minutes here. I'm gonna go and blow a nose. Okay. Try this out.
Hello again, sir.
Hello. Kebab? Yes?
Il akul kalb?
Filthy. Bad. I'll kill you.
Whoa! Calm down. I just... Feet, do your thing.
He actually is trying to kill him. Fuck, the brush is gone. Nijo was distracting him. Nijo has it. After he chased me, Nijo went over and took his brush.
Hi, Nijo. What the heck did you tell me to tell him?
Patience, sir.
Patience? Patience? I've been chased by a homicidal kebab seller, and you expect me to be patient?
But consider, sir, while you were running from the irate Arto wasn't using the brush.
Hold on. Are you telling me that I've been used as a diversionary tactic?
Your brush, sir.
You little
I
shithead.
can't believe that you put me on that kebab seller's death list for a toilet brush.
The ends justify the means, sir.
Yeah, but I noticed it wasn't your butt that was on the line, though.
They also serve who only stand and wait, sir.
Oh, spare me.
Okay, so we have the brush now.
Oh, it's okay. Nothing.
So the brush gets us access to the toilet, which is a new location. So hopefully that is going to open things up a bit. I guess we speak to him and present the brush.
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much point in trying to launch an in-depth conversation when I couldn't speak Arabic and he couldn't speak.
Yeah, but we're just showing the brush.
Well, I did know a few words of Arabic,
No.
but doubted the wisdom
Yeah,
of using them.
don't say that statement. Can we use the brush on him?
Hello again, friend. There wasn't much when I couldn't. Well, but doubted. Here's your brush, sir.
Oh no, he did. There's the bathroom key.
The manager took the brush from me, gave me the toilet keys as my reward, and stomped off. What was all that about?
Manager, he say, bah, look at state of this. Need much cleaning and detergent before go around my, you bend.
He said all that?
Body language account for much, you know? Oh, yes, indeedy.
Okay. Time to finally see what the bathroom is hiding from us.
I knew the door was locked. I'd need the key to get in there.
If only you had it, you dumbass. Vaguely remember that being important. I want to say that's to fix Ultar's taxi or some shit. The fucking fan belts broker. Some shit like that. What is that? A toilet flush?
It was the short length of chain I'd taken from the toilet at the Club Alamut. I hadn't drunk anything since the morning, and I didn't need to use it.
Okay, so we have water there if we need it. That's a thing. Okay.
There didn't seem much point in closing the dispenser. Even closed, it would be obviously empty.
Chain arm belt? The taxi? Will you take me to Bull's Head now?
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah. I am blessed with your bountiful presence once more.
Soundtrack is unbelievable. Fucking true bangers, huh?
What does this toilet chain mean to you?
You got brush back so you could steal chain? You sure strange cookie, mister, yes?
Look what I've got. The towel from the toilet.
What do you want with towel?
Well, I don't know yet, do I?
You sure a funny bod. Run around, collect things.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing the...
Oh yeah, because he still needs the $50.
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain.
Yeah, okay,
Only
let's skip this.
Well, I still...
Oh, the delights.
What does Il Akal Kalb mean?
Who teach you that?
Nejo told me to say it to Arto.
And Arto come after you with big knife, yes?
Yeah, how did you know?
I know Arto. You tell him in bad Arabic that his kebab's made from dog meat.
I said he was using dog food? No wonder he went crazy.
No. Ultar not mean meat for dog. Ultar mean meat of dog.
Oh. Ugh.
Okay.
See you around, Ultar.
Fare you most splendid good...
I have the fan belt and the chain. The only thing I can think of with these is that we can actually work on his taxi and then go back and tell him it's fixed, and then it'll take us for free, possibly? No. Hang on. We have a development, my friends. We have a development. We do this. When we do this. Good kitty. And we have the statue.
Hello again, Pearl.
Why, hello, George. It's such a pleasure to see you again.
The car has always been there.
Are you interested in antiquities?
Am I? What have you got there, George?
How about this fine statuette?
Oh, George, that'd be ideal, except, I don't know. It looks new, George. You wouldn't be trying to make a fool out of me, would you, George?
Good God, no, Pearl. Nothing could be further from my mind. I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
The plaster seemed to soak up the grease paint until it began to look like stone. Hello
Hey,
again, Pearl.
I got something for you.
Why, hello, George.
What do you think of this fine piece of ancient statuary?
Oh, Matt, that's just what I've been looking for. Just one thing, though.
Oh?
It looks awful similar to that modern one you showed me.
Ah, well, that's because... You see, that's because the first one I showed you was a modern copy of this one. And I sought out the artist who
Took you long
done the
enough,
copy
George.
and bought the original. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, George, how can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive, believe me. Would you like it?
Would I ever? I'm not carrying the money, though. If you go and find Dwayne, he'll pay you for it.
Okay.
If he gives you any trouble, just tell him that I want it.
I've got to go now, Pearl.
It's been a pleasure, George. Don't be a stranger.
We are on the cusp of getting out of here.
Hi there, Dwayne.
Hi there, George.
What do you think of this?
Good gravy. Looks old.
Yeah, I had to turn this town upside down.
Boy, your luck's better than ours. Looks Roman.
I wouldn't know.
What'll they say back home? How much do you want, George?
Oh, I couldn't. It's the find of a lifetime. I mean...
$50. Take it or leave it.
I'll take it. Here you go.
And here you go.
Ka-ching.
Okay, well, I'll see you around, Dwayne.
Count on it, George.
Okay, so that's the money now. We need to get out of here. I'm pretty sure Ultar's gonna tell me that the taxi's fucked. Technically, we didn't actually need anything from the toilet yet. I believe accessing the toilet changes Nejo to start playing with the ball off the wall.
Hello again, Ultar.
Praise be to Allah.
About Bull's Head Hill.
Are you desirous of seeing this most splendid place?
Well, maybe.
A terrific bargain. Only 50 of your Yankee bucks.
50, huh? Okay, it's a deal. Here's the cash.
What?
Ah, most splendid. As you say, the cash price mullah is correct. Mister, we make with haste.
Where exactly is your taxi? Because the only vehicle I can see around here is an aging army surplus truck.
Yes?
Ah, okay. I'll be along in a minute.
Or maybe you can't go with him until you have the parts needed to fix it or some shit.
It didn't seem right to take off with the toilet keys, so I left them on the bar.
That's very thoughtful of you, George.
Hello again, Ultar.
His most splendid and adventurous client.
Let's roll.
That's your taxi?
Oh, yes, most assuredly. Most entirely splendid taxi in all Marib.
It looks like an old army truck to me.
Bah! You Americans with your checkerboard caps and your Judd Hershes. You have lost sight of what a taxi should truly be.
About 4 tons by the look of it.
There, you have hit the nail in the nutshell.
Okay, already, let's go.
Regrettably not, most esteemed pair. There is a minor
There it is.
problem of a tiny nature. The fan belt has taken it upon itself to break.
So, what are you gonna do?
What can I do? I must wait for a ride to the garage for a replacement.
How long is that gonna take?
1 day, maybe 6.
I can't wait that long. We gotta get moving.
But how, my friend?
I'll think of something. Is this any use to you?
My friend, the very thing, yes.
Ultar took the towel from me, cut it in 2 lengthways, and gave me half back. With his half, he did the kind of fan belt replacement that's normally done with stockings.
Now, if I knot the ends together, so... Serviceable, yes? Very serviceable indeed.
Stockings might work on a Bentley, but on a truck, the coarse toweling did the job nicely.
Come along, my friend. You want to see the bull's head? Yes?
At last, let's roll. Later that afternoon. Okay, nice. Got everything we needed from Syria. Came here this whole fucking journey to...
I damaged that tree enough for 1 day.
Do this? No. Chain, maybe? Let's see, maybe... Did you make like a fucking... Bob seal thing?
No.
Okay.
Maybe not.
What would the stick be for? That's like the kind of stick you would use to like fucking detect water or something.
A young tree grew at the edge of the drop.
Alexa, turn off the lounge light, please. Towel and stick.
With a flourish, I tied the end of the towel to the stick with a textbook reef knot. I was now in possession of the patented Stobart stick towel. If I could only think of a use for it.
Can we combine this with this? No.
No way. That is not a good idea. I damaged that tree enough for 1 day.
We definitely tried this thing already, right? Ah, there we go. There. Fucking shitty stuff.
I could see that crack would make a good anchor point.
Do it then. Stop talking about it. Have you ever put your fucking faith in a stick you just found and a towel from a bathroom? George has.
Well, that looked really safe. But I had no choice. I hadn't anticipated going mountaineering when I'd come to Syria.
This is definitely one of your best ideas yet, George. Rip, not fucking going back that way. If you can. Okay. Has to be something to do with this place. This looks like a fucking doorway or something. Fuck, do you open it?
I didn't like the idea of putting my hand in there. But there was something in there. A metal ring. As wide as my hand.
Pull it then.
I took a firm hold of the ring. And pulled. Whoa there!
Okay.
Around.
Oh shit! Didn't mean to skip that. Sorry.
Oh my God. Klausner?
Large as life and twice as dead. I'd hardly had time to accept the fact when I heard the door mechanism start up again. Oh man, no! The door had slammed shut, trapping me. I had a bad feeling about how Klausner had died.
And so, another fucking puzzle of hell begins. What do you think the odds are? That's the lens hold up and seeing three faces. Because I noticed there's a face, and there's a face.
I couldn't think of anything to do with the statue, apart from scaring small children with it.
Well done, George.
Okay. All right. Hey. What's this?
Magnifying glass.
I found some kind of lens.
Yeah.
A very old lens made from a very hard glass. That settled it. The knight on the manuscript had been holding a lens the whole time, not a crystal ball.
I assume this is just meant to be a fucking Indiana Jones homage. Can't actually do anything with him. That middle bit looks like a place you could hang a chain. Here, but here.
A stone head bearing three bearded faces. It was a strange image, but a powerful one, redolent with antiquity and ancient mysteries. Sure was an ugly one, though.
Didn't mention anything about a hole. I'll try it. No. Anything else we can get from this body?
I'd searched Klausner once and knew that the lens was the only thing he'd been carrying. No portable phone, no demolition charges, no 5-course meal. You'd think international conspirators would go around better equipped.
Well, he has a bottle and a whip, so that was something. Looks like a map of England, Scotland, and Wales.
I couldn't take the inscription with me, and I didn't have a notebook or a camera to record it. All I could do was stare at it and try to memorize it.
British Isles, you dumb fuck.
In occidenta cita est, in ora mundi. Okay. That would have to do.
The mouth's opening. It must be Ultar. My God, if he comes in, we'll both be trapped. Ultar! Don't come in! It's a trap! Stay where you are!
You!
Hello, Mr. Stobart. We meet in the most unusual places. Please, do not make any sudden moves. I have no desire to maim you.
Did you say maim?
I did. Dead men tell no tales, as you say. And I want to hear everything that you have to tell me.
And what if I don't want to talk?
Then I shall, most regrettably, have to kill you. Rest assured, however, that I am an excellent shot you would not suffer.
Oh, that's good. Believe me, I'm really assured.
It is rather dark in here. I think we should conduct our business outside.
Why should I make myself an easier target?
If I fire at you, Mr. Stobart, I shall hit you even in here. But, unfortunately, my marksmanship will suffer. It could be the difference between hitting you in the leg or the groin.
Boy, it sure is hot in here.
No sudden moves, Mr. Stobart.
Fuck, I haven't saved. We're gonna lose like about 6 hours fucking progress if I die here.
Now then, where shall we start?
How about being bosom buddies and you putting that gun away?
Klausner, do you know where he is?
Yes, he's in there.
Yep, he's dead. Just around the corner of the cave. You want to look?
I'll take your word for it. How did he die?
Starvation or dehydration by the look of it.
He was caught in this trap you were shouting about? Yes, I suspected as much. The Templars were not ones to give away their secrets lightly. Was he carrying anything of importance?
Yes.
Yeah, he was carrying some sort of lens. I've got it with me.
Give it to me.
I don't think so.
Don't be a fool, Mr. Stobart.
If I give it to you, what's to stop you killing me?
What is to stop me killing you anyway?
You might hit the lens.
Not if I shoot you in the head.
When I fall, the lens might get broken.
Yes. You plead convincingly, Mr. Stobart. Perhaps you will live to see another day. Perhaps. Was there anything else?
Yes.
Well, there was something in Latin up on the wall.
What did it say?
In accidenta cita est, in ora mundi.
Ah, the words of Caesar. Yes, that makes sense.
Well, I know that roughly it means to the west, to the edge of the world. But what the heck is that about?
It tells me where the sword of Baphomet lies. Mr. Stobart, I am sure that you are just what you appear to be. A gifted amateur.
Thanks, I think.
But I can no longer tolerate your interference. There is far more at stake than you realize. I cannot risk you inadvertently helping my enemies.
So what are you going to do?
I regret that we must end this here and now.
What exactly do you mean?
I am a professional. You will feel no pain.
Oh, man. You're going to kill me?
Your only choice now is whether you die like a man or like a dog.
Like a man.
Okay, you're the boss. I'll take my medicine.
You are an honorable man, Mr. Stobart. A rare breed. I should like to shake your hand.
Yeah. Well, what the heck? It was a long way down. Below, I could see Ultar's truck.
Get fucked. Go. Oh man, if I had forgotten how to do that bit. Whew.
Luckily, the canopy on Ultar's truck broke my fall.
Thank goodness for that.
The worst part of the experience was Ultar's driving.
What about the lens? Is it still in one piece?
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's good to see you again, George.
Really? Well, I have to say, I'd have enjoyed Syria a lot more if you'd been there.
Calm
I
down,
wouldn't
sleaze.
have been much help. Anyway, you did just fine on your own.
Have you any idea what this lens might be used for?
As a magnifying glass, obviously. I'm sure you'll find it very useful.
Let's take another look at the manuscript. That's the face of the statue I saw at the Bull's Head. That's the tripod we borrowed from the museum. That's the gem that Pegram found in Lochmarn. There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror, but the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
Yeah, you can even see she's looking at that same statue.
The Night Scroll bears a phrase in Latin. Through my teachings, you will be enlightened. And that's not a crystal ball. It's the lens I found in Marib. There's a guy working on a loom. That's the clue that led me to the Bull's Head in Syria.
Okay, we're nearly done, I think. Unless there's a location I've forgotten about.
I'll be back as soon as I can.
Okay.
He didn't even say where he was going, but I don't think he knows himself, so that's probably why it doesn't give the player any tips there. I'm sorry we didn't get more time to play with the statue before. But I think I'd done everything I could with it.
Oh, hi.
Hello, my handsome friend.
There's nothing else here.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur.
You will.
You will.
Okay. Rougerie is where she lives. Lost the police is a waste of time. And we robbed from, we can't go back there. Cafe is where all this started. Office. I've got an idea. Oh god. Father here.
Excuse me, Father.
Pardon?
Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all, monsieur. It will be my pleasure to help you.
I noticed that the stained glass window on the left looks more modern than the middle one.
You have a keen eye, monsieur. The original window was destroyed in the last war. It was as old as the church, early 14th century.
Oh man, that's awful.
Oui, a terrible loss. Still, the church and the other windows survived.
Is the right-hand window original?
Oui, monsieur.
You must be proud to have such an incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur, but it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
What do you know about the Knights Templar?
You have come to the right place, if that is your interest. Many of them were executed in the square outside. It was a disgrace to France.
Well, the Pope was right behind it, though.
Clement V was a man of mammon, not of God.
That's kind of forthright for a priest, isn't it?
You think so? It is hard to be sure what happened. It is so long ago.
How long have you worked here?
Hardly work, monsieur. This is a calling. I have been helping Father Flambert for nearly 6 months now.
I guess you don't know much about the history of this church, then.
Just a little.
You've got quite a shine on that candlestick.
Ah, oui. Anything less than best would be an insult to the Almighty.
I guess so. I never thought of it like that. Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
Okay, so why I came back here was strange feeling I need to put the lens into this or something. No.
I didn't recognize the biblical story in it. I was a Sunday school dropout.
Maybe it's like Syria and I need to look at the statue.
A statue of a knight holding a staff and a scroll.
Yeah. This not?
The lens fitted into the end of the scroll like a hand into a glove. Hey! A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date. Let me see. MCCC XIV.
1314?
That's 1314.
Nice.
A Knight Templar burning at the stake, and a date.
Now what? You ask him about 1314?
Hello again, Father.
Bonjour, monsieur. How pleasant to speak to you again.
Did you know that the center window conceals an image of a man burning at the stake?
The burning man?
What, you knew?
That there was a hidden image? No. But the church has a reputation for being haunted. Many times people have claimed to have seen a burning man in the window. But when others they look, there is nothing. Perhaps the light has to be just so for the figure to appear.
Yeah, or maybe you need a special lens. You must be proud to have such an incredible collection of stained glass.
Pride is a sin, monsieur, but it is hard not to marvel when the light shines through them. It is a fine example of the artisan's genius.
Catch you later.
Au revoir, monsieur.
So, we saw that there's a statue of a burning man in 1314. Andre? That must be where Andre comes in. I'm gonna get fucking arrested going back to this museum. Oh no, sure, she returned the stand, so it should be okay. Plus, technically, nobody actually knew I was there. Nico rescued me. Nobody actually caught me. Yeah, well, the stand's not back yet. Wooden pole's rebuilt though.
Hi, Andre.
Hello, Georgie.
What's with the long face?
Haven't you heard? The tripod was stolen.
No kidding.
I just don't get it. So many other treasures, and the thieves choose the tripod.
A modern-day alchemist, perhaps?
Who knows? There's no shortage of crazies in Paris. Hey, I visited Nicole's apartment.
Yeah, she told me you came by.
Ooh, quite a fine Georgie boy. I didn't expect anything quite so sexy.
I hope you're referring to the manuscript.
Oui, of course. Where have you been? Nicole said you were away.
I just returned from Syria.
Syria? On the trail of the Templars?
It's a long story, but I found the bull's head. It was referred to on the manuscript, remember?
Yes, what is it?
A secret cave built into a high cliff face. In the cave, I discovered a map bearing a phrase in Latin. In accidenta cita est in ora mundi.
The island of Britain.
Lies at the edge of the world, to the west.
Strange. That map seems to contain a series of pointers.
Like I said, it's a treasure map.
Okay, this is all bullshit.
What did you make of the manuscript?
It dates from the time of the Crusades.
We guessed that from the Templar seal.
It's a story and pictures like a modern-day comic book.
What story does the manuscript tell?
I don't know. It was probably produced for the tourist market.
Tourists?
Oh, oui, pilgrims in their thousands on their way to Jerusalem. The tourist trade is nothing new, you know. It's been around for centuries. Ever since Joshua made a packet selling souvenir bricks from the walls of Jericho.
Have you deciphered any of the images on the manuscript?
There's very little I can be sure about. The slang of the bull could be a reference to Mithras.
Who's he?
A Persian god, almost as popular as Christ at one time. The only thing I can be sure of is the knight. He's Spanish.
How can you tell that?
The writing on the shield, the reference to Ave Maria. No self-respecting knight from Northern Europe would have borne a coat of arms like that.
Can you identify the knight's coat of arms?
I already did, Georgie. He's a member of the De Vasconcelos family from the Costa Calida.
Were they famous?
No, they're not mentioned after the 15th century.
Oh.
The spotlight of history moved on. They're probably long dead.
I think this might be going to Spain. If this goes to Spain, I don't think I can finish this tonight.
Do you think the manuscript could be the map to the Templar treasure?
Frankly, no. That's too far-fetched. The manuscript is interesting enough and a rare find, but that's all.
Wouldn't it be terrific if it was a map, though? The treasure of the Knights Templar.
A romantic notion, Georgie, but extremely improbable.
Thanks for your help, Andre.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have a location in my mind that I thought was Broken Sword 2, but it's starting to look like it might be one. Check what donation or what destinations are up. Ah, fuck yeah. I don't think there's any hope of me finishing this tonight. Not a bad thing, like that means there's more content to do, but I seem to recall Spain being difficult.